coming up. Big time beer run. Oh, yes. Get stocked up.
You got to get ready for some football. Is that correct, Jake McGee?
Sure. Hell yeah. I need a beer. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You may need some champagne, my friend.
Well, look over here, Tom. If this isn't Mr. and Mrs. Outdoors.
Oh, the red check twins.
Wow, it's Mr. and Mrs. Denty Moore.
Yes.
How are you?
We'll make you some stew.
What's for dinner tonight? Stew?
Naturally.
You think Mr. and Mrs. Denty Moore have cases and cases of stew in the back? Probably they do.
Is there a Mrs. Denty Moore?
Has to be.
Is that his first? Is Denty one guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denty
His
Moore.
name is Denty?
Denty. D-I-N-T-Y. Yeah.
Oh, not like two guys that got together?
Denty and Moore?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I have no clue.
I'm reasonably sure. Now, Walt Disney's two people. A lot of people think it's just one.
Okay. And now you're playing with me.
No. Christy is at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Has anybody ever made a movie with all of the fictional food people?
Like Mrs. Butterworth and Denty Moore. And,
Yeah, Betty Crocker.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
I want to say, as a kid, there was a cartoon with all the cereal mascots, I think.
But see, they were probably all from the same company. I'm wondering if anybody's ever done like a cross company.
I don't think so. Although they did on Roger Rabbit.
Because they always, what is the thing, the expression now is they talk about the so-called Marvel universe
Yeah.
and the DC universe. You'd have the Kellogg's universe versus the General Mills universe versus the whatever other food companies.
Well, that was a big deal about Roger Rabbit, is that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Donald Duck got together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could have all the food people together. Now, a lot of them, though, are now politically incorrect.
Yes.
Just Pepe Le Pew, I think, right?
No. But I believe is Aunt Jemima still out there?
It's now Pearl Mill or whatever the hell.
And Uncle Ben is just Ben now.
Uncle Ben is okay.
And I remember looking at. Wasn't Jemima a real woman? And it was like based on a person?
I think so. Yes.
And isn't that a common name in England? By the way,
Jemima is more common there than here.
That may have been a bunch of scared white people going. Do you think we should get rid of that? Not once consulting with a black person.
Sure. That's the way we do it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that
First, we need to be scared. Now.
Right.
I believe am I correct in saying the native indigenous woman on the butter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Land O'Lakes.
Is she still around?
I think they took her off.
No, she's on there. Really?
That was the famous thing where you folded it the right way and it looked like she had huge boobs.
Right.
You could see her boobies.
And let's face it, I mean, boobs are great on whatever your ethnic cultural heritage might be. Is that correct? Huh?
How desperate are you to fold a box of butter so you can see just a hint of
that out?
Cartoon boobs?
I think if you talk to any psychologist, they'll tell you that that's in the realm of things that people do to.
You're guys, right?
Yeah, remember we were talking to Dr. June Reinish, and she said in prison, if you could draw a good naked lady, you were pretty much safe.
I was sitting
You could supply it to the other fellas; they'd leave you alone.
I was trying. I think I do. I can remember the first boobs I saw was late at night at my house. She came over, and we were watching a Starsky and Hutch rerun.
So this was not your mom. Sorry.
No. We got a visible or an audible gasp from
our producer.
Way back in the
Way back in the back.
No, it wasn't my mother. It was my
So you never saw those?
pseudo girlfriend at the time. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Who I still talk to her now and then, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
You mean pseudo or quasi?
Quasi?
Yeah.
Sort of. Not that she was all girl, and not that used to be a guy.
No,
I mean, off and on.
Yes, was this a voluntary?
Yeah. She was into
exposure.
Oh, she dug the chickster. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't she?
Let me tell you something. I didn't force nothing on her.
Of course. Now, how was the lighting? Was this in a darkened?
It was appropriate. It was dimmed.
Okay.
It wasn't. You want me to?
Was it just the glow of the television?
I wasn't stupid enough to bring this up. You were.
You want me to Well, I snuck up on her in the dark. No, it was.
What was the plot of the episode?
We were hanging out, man. I don't know that.
You'd remember it.
Huggy was up to something. I know
Of course
that.
he was.
Yeah.
I see.
I loved Starsky and Hutch when I was a kid. Man.
My neighbor had that Torino, the red with the white stripe. I thought,
So ugly. I love
yeah, I
You can,
love that.
by the way, you can go online right now. There, you can buy one. They're
Oh, I'm sure.
at a pretty good price.
I don't really want one now, but
Oh, okay.
at the time,
Yeah, that'd be a fun quiz.
what?
The first boobs you saw?
No, TV cars.
Oh.
Oh. That's what I remember the
I think
most.
first boobs you saw and or touched would be a good quiz. What about you?
Mine.
Well, that would be.
Oh, your own. Yeah.
Well, see, Christy wins that argument pretty quickly.
That's all over.
One would hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was you that Dalton woman? That Dalton
No,
girl
God, no,
across the street?
not at all. This is the sort
No,
of
he
thing
saw
a gentleman wouldn't discuss.
You
And
saw
I don't.
what's his name's mom in the shower.
Yeah, no. All I remember was the bush.
You never looked at her boobs?
I was
Josh,
so
you got to have
stunned.
a first boob story. You were there on the front lines of sexuality. And
I know I felt some girls up before I think I actually saw them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think that's why I was asking Chick about the lighting and.
Yeah.
Was this a situation where you said, "Okay, here's what I want you to do"? You just stood back and got a good bead on them because you had glasses.
I remember they tasted like parfait. I remember that.
So now we're going to do a whole new realm of. I think we're not going to do taste. How do we get from beer run to this? I don't remember.
Remember, it's what we do.
Chick McGee is a big fan of the Washington Football Club. They will be playing on Sunday.
And we will be talking to NFL MVP Joe Theismann this morning. Get his thoughts and feelings on the game coming up on
All
Sunday.
right.
Have you announced
exciting.
your picks?
It's on Instagram. I haven't done it here on the show. I'm taking points this weekend. I like the
okay.
Bills plus the points or Washington plus the points.
What time is? Which game is it?
3 o'clock, Washington, 6:30-ish, Bills and Chiefs.
Are you going to make a friendly wager with Steven Singer? He's from Philly.
Pass.
Thank you, Ace.
Pass.
Steven Singer will be our guest from Steven Singer Jewelers, and IHateStevenSinger.com. And Ace is correct. Mr. Singer is a Eagles fan, so I think some sort of wager would be appropriate.
Fight might break out.
Okay.
You know how those Eagles fans are.
Oh, yeah.
Also today, comedian Dustin Nickerson will be our guest. And also, I believe we're going to have a special stop by with Mr. Heywood Banks. So we got a lot going on today. I'm looking forward to it. Now, by the way, originally we had a Duke Tomato, the Duke Tomato Trio, and the Steven Singer Singers all set to come in, but they have been racked by...
Deportation, right?
No, a sudden illness. Everybody.
Ooh.
The horn players, everybody is sick.
Yikes.
So
I don't think the bass player heard, though.
Yeah, I believe I saw him driving off as I pulled in. Like nobody called that guy.
Or
Well,
guy.
Oh, Bill he came all the way over here?
It sure looked like it to me.
If you have a band, you would forget to tell the bass player something.
Yeah, you would.
think.
Oh, they should have stayed. I would have had him play.
Of course you would, because it wouldn't make any sense.
What, just the bass player?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill, if you're listening, come on back. If Eddie's still got it set up, why, that'd be funny.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Bill.
We could have
Bill.
Bill
It's
do
okay.
all the intros.
Don't worry, Bill.
No.
Go on
You can do
home.
the theme from Barney Miller.
It's fine, Bill.
We
My
could
God, Bill, get back in bed.
we could have Bill do
get in bed.
the Steven Singer theme song.
He's joking. He's joking.
No,
kidding.
I'm
I saw
completely
no
serious.
You know how
Why'd you
wacky
say
it is.
anything? I wasn't going
It's my
to.
fault. I know. And when I said it, I felt the look. I know. It's my fault.
Hey, remember, fellas, I'm your captain.
Yeah,
we haven't forgotten.
I'm your captain. I'm your captain.
Breathe in salt water. We remember that you were our captain.
As we go down for the third time.
Coming up, we have Lake Erie in the news today
Oh,
Captain.
in a rather unusual way.
have you ever swum in Lake Erie?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would have said swam, but swum is correct, eh?
It is.
Is it really?
Yes.
I need to take a look at that, but I believe
Wouldn't gone swimming be?
Oh, that's clunky, isn't
go swimming.
Have you ever gone swimming in Lake Erie?
Yeah.
it? Have I ever swum in Lake Erie?
Swum?
That's way quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Two less syllables.
It sounds
Fewer
like
words.
you're a hillbilly.
I swam in Lake Erie.
But ironically, it's more erudite.
How about I?
Oh, really?
How about I seen you swam? That sounds like my mom. I seen you swam over there. What, Mom?
Well, thank you, Mom. All this fun stuff coming up. Interesting stuff going on in the world of news today,
And sports.
including we have a very funny story in the world of archaeology, of all things. Obviously, they find stuff, and sometimes they don't know exactly what it is. And then when they find out what it is, it's quite shocking. We have a cow in a barber shop.
I love this joke.
And he was not happy. And we have one of those corpse flowers in the news.
Oh, is that season?
Yeah, and very rare and, of course, famous for...
Smelling bad.
Stinking.
Yeah, smelling like dead flesh, right?
Yeah, so we got one of those guys in the news. We got a Puxatawny Phil update. We got a couple of weirdo diets. We got elephants in the news. We got elephants with lawyers in the news. And what would replace cow milk? Well, we're going to find out. As far as I'm concerned, nothing. Real butter. Thank you very much. We now turn to Chick McGee across the way. I can see him. He's right there talking about what a great home he has and how much he loves Simply Safe.
Simply Safe. It gives me peace of mind and protects my family and my home. That's why I, along with millions of Americans, trust Simply Safe with my home's security. We even have Simply Safe here in the Bob and Tom studios. We love it. Bob and Tom Show listeners also, we've got a deal for you. You can get an exclusive New Year's discount, 50% off your new Simply Safe system when you order today at simplysafetom.com. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, or take your money back. And Simply Safe has a unique approach. They stop crime before it happens. If somebody's lurking around or acting suspiciously around your compound, agents, the AI cameras, agents can see and talk to them in real time and activate spotlights and even contact the police, all before the lurker can get inside your home. And of course, Simply Safe named Best Home Security System by U.S. News and World Report 5 years in a row. Start the year with greater peace of mind. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Lots of interesting things coming up today. I've got some interesting concert information, and we may have a Bigfoot update. I'm not sure. We'll keep that in mind. Also, Joe Theismann, comedian Dustin Nickerson, Heywood Banks, and our special guest, Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. And we're doing kind of a musical chairs thing today. And, it's actually a musical chair right now because joining us in the studio, we have singer-songwriter, actor, and comedian Stephen Lynch. I throw in the actor thing because you spent how did you describe it?
9 months in hell.
Sentence, was that the word you used?
9 months in hell is what I just heard.
You were on Broadway. Do you want to give us give those that haven't heard about this the background on?
The Wedding Singer.
You portrayed
the very popular Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie about crazy kids in the 80s.
Turned into a very successful theater piece.
Very successful.
Well, you did it for a pretty long time.
Mildly successful.
I mean,
it was fun, but I had my toe on the trigger pretty much every day of the last 4 months of it. Well, I realize I'm making it sound like it was really bad.
No, but I mean,
it wasn't. It was time to move on. You know.
Can you play one of the new ones for us?
I think so.
Okay.
We just had a little powwow in your producer's office about what I can and cannot say on the radio these days. And,
there have been moments before. You think this one's okay?
I don't know.
Okay, well, if it's not.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Lynch.
This is a song I wrote. I discovered, oddly enough, that I had an uncle, a great-great-great-great-great-uncle who lived in the medieval period. He pretty much did for a living what I do for a living. He was both a troubadour and a court jester, and I think he used to play in the court of the king and the queen. And I discovered one of his old compositions that he wrote for the lute, and I transposed it to the guitar.
Good, because we don't have a lute handy.
No. I don't either.
Because I like guitar comics, but I hate lute comics. Prop guys and lute comics.
Those are the worst, aren't they?
Just hacks.
They give us all a bad name. So this is one of his compositions, and I just thought I'd try it for a modern audience, see how it goes over. Come, fair lady, to mine bed we go, and verily sweet pleasures we shall know. Yet where thy belly meets thy limb, I beseech thee, give a trim, for thy bush doth overflow. Milady doth have a 70s muff. A 1470s muff. Zounds, it's as prickly as a Christmas wreath. Think it might hide some baby birds beneath. Pray, shave it off to make a coat. There are fur balls down mine throat, short and curlies twixt my teeth. I saith not thy is hirsute, but it looketh like thou hast buckwheat in a leg lock. My uncle was also a very hacky stand-up comedian. But soft, what hair through yonder girdle grows, to be or not to be put in cornrows. Oh, it is beastly and unruly, and it smelleth of patchouli, and that offends my nose. I saith not thou art furry down there, but it doth resemble Fidel Castro eating a London broil. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, medieval bush.
Bravo. Stephen Lynch.
Thank you, lords and ladies. Thank you.
Stephen Lynch, ladies and gentlemen.
What is a lute?
A lute it looks like a pear-shaped ukulele.
Yeah, it goes...
Kind of a...
Well, there's no neck. There's no neck, though.
Yeah.
They look like guitars. I think those are lutes.
To change an old joke just a little bit.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Top Show. We're all here. There's Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Christy Lee.
Hello.
Pat Godwin on the road, doing some gigs tonight in far-flung places.
Rothschild, Wisconsin for Patty G at Banter, B-A-N-T-R.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hi, Tom.
A quick update.
Right.
I forget why we got there or how we got there. I believe it was because Christy Lee and Josh are both wearing kind of outdoorsy check red and black
Flannel shirts.
Yeah, and you mentioned they look like Mr. and Mrs. Denty Moore.
Yep.
Yeah, Denty Moore, kind of complicated history, but there was a real Denty Moore.
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of them, in fact. But
a bunch of them?
Yeah, the name, there was a writer, and apparently, though, the origin story during Prohibition, there was a place in New York City, Denty Moore, and a lot of violations. I believe it was called the Volstead Act, but it was a restaurant / bar with a famous stew. So,
right?
Yeah, Denty Moore was apparently one of the brothers. Possibly, yeah. So there's a real origin story there. Oh. So Denty is a guy's first name.
Wow.
I know you didn't grow up on Denty Moore beef stew, but boy, we sure did.
I remember the commercials. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a very manly.
That was the single mom's go-to on a Wednesday night when she's had a bad day.
No kidding?
Oh, yeah.
Denty more beef stew. Well, now we have a lot to get to today. Coming up, we're going to visit with comedian Dustin Nickerson, comedian Heywood Banks, NFL great Joe Theismann, and our special guest today, Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers. We got a little quiz for Mr. Singer, so we're not going to let him off easy.
You bring in a guest and then you quiz him?
That's right. Put him on the spot.
Let's not.
No.
Let's just say hi and talk.
No. Are you kidding? We're going to make a challenge him. Let's see now. We have to do a quick review of some of the things we missed today. Yesterday, sorry. You might have missed.
Things we learned brought to you by Hyundai. Now you can buy a new Hyundai from the comfort of your new home at Amazon. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for more details. That's cool, right?
Love my Tucson. Highly
Sit
recommend.
there.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Hyundai.
I believe it's Tucson. Tom?
There's another whole show.
Yeah.
Car names you can't pronounce. What's that one from Volkswagen? They got a bunch of them.
Yeah, they have tough ones.
Tagwan?
Tegwan? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Farfennugan?
That's the word I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Farfennugan.
Weird.
Didn't it end up being like a remote grave or something? Didn't that?
I don't know.
The definition.
Let's see. We discussed the apparent egg shortage in parts of the United States right now.
Can you, I ask you this sometimes, and I've never meant it more. Can you stop with the egg shortage? Because not only do you make listeners mad, you make our producer mad. He gets all upset. There's no such thing as an egg shortage. And you're perpetuating you're sort of making an egg shortage by saying there's an egg shortage.
Would you like me to read it from the Associated Press?
I'm just telling you.
I was at a grocery yesterday, and there were plenty of eggs.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Well, if that's not the definitive right from the Ace Cosby, I don't know what is.
Okay.
Well, be honest. Wouldn't you be a little excited if there was an egg shortage?
Well, there was briefly. There's a whole chicken thing going on out there. I hate to.
The grocery store I frequent, two weeks in a row, barely any eggs, and a sign saying, due to the egg shortage, we don't really have them.
How about this? Which came first, the chicken shortage or the egg shortage?
That is a fine question.
And please share your marijuana. This is kind of interesting, and I want to get this out there. RFK Stadium is heading for the
they're going to
scrapyard.
The ideal situation is they tear the old one down and put a new one right up where the old one was, which would be wonderful and amazing, which was where the stadium should be instead of.
You would like to have one of the seats.
Bum-free. Well, they sell them two at a time, so I'm going to get two of the seats. So I'm very excited.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, a burgundy one and a gold one. Very excited.
Are they up for sale yet?
Oh, yeah, they're online.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, very good, very good.
I might have to drive to Omaha, Nebraska to pick them up, but don't ask any questions.
We had a very interesting news story yesterday about what is considered to be the oldest construction project in the world that is still continuing. And it involves a church in Spain, right?
Yes. It is not the Chicago Skyway.
Familia. Yeah, in Barcelona.
In Barcelona. Yeah. It is not a highway near you, by the way. Yeah, that's a very good point. And Josh pointed out sometimes he walks into a church and just starts crying.
Not really what I pointed out. I said it happened to me at the. That's one of the reasons I hate this.
Did it happen or not? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We can move on.
Cathedral.
Okay, well.
I was in the Winchester Cathedral.
They just hand everybody megaphones.
You're bringing me down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they have a little booth.
What a
in front
great
of
song that wasn't, huh?
The new vaudeville band.
So odd.
P.U.
That's what happens when you get the British invasion. You get that song. But yeah, this construction project was started in 1882, and it's scheduled to finish next year. It's a church, La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona.
Beautiful.
Designed by Kurt Gowdy.
Yes.
Yes.
Famous Gowdy.
And I did a little bit of research, and I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to open it up next year because the outlets, at least in the rectory, are out of code.
Oh.
They don't have the GFI. That's just no good. Let's see now. Lastly and weirdly, Chick has decided that in his advanced age, apparently he thinks he's going from a size 12 to a size 13.
My feet are growing, yeah. I'm more comfortable now in a 13.
Are they growing or are they just flattening?
12 all my life. I don't know. Maybe I'm gravity affecting me. Possible.
I don't know if this is a real thing. Now we mentioned the church. This is a big story that scholars have released information that apparently Jesus Christ was apparently not really the word that they used for his first name.
It was Morty. Morty.
Jesus Christ's real name, they think, was something like Yeshnu Nazarene.
Wouldn't it be Joe Jr.?
Can we at least...
Yeah, you'd think the Catholic girl would not be sacrilegious.
Can we at least give Joe that?
Yeah,
Name the kid
poor
after
guy.
him? Come on.
Boy, that...
I'm sorry,
There had been
Father,
times where
for
Joe...
I have sinned.
Boy, God bless Joe, man. He had a...
Yeah, he
now
did.
that's faith.
Did she ever pull that on him?
All right.
Did she ever pulled that?
You're not the dad.
Yeah, hey, look, you're not the real dad. Hey.
You know, Jesus looked at him and said, "You're not my real father." Yeah, that had to happen.
Well, as Sam Kinison once said, the great Sam Kinison once said, you don't hear a lot about teen Jesus.
Oh, he was in timeout.
Apparently, this is because the name, whatever it may have been, was in Aramaic, and then over the years it was translated to Greek and then to Latin and bounced around a little bit. So scholars now believe that the name was something like Yeshnu Nazarene. But because the word Jesus, apparently some of the sonic aspects of that didn't exist. Some of those sounds didn't exist in that language, which is kind of interesting. And no anti-religious sentiment is part of that. It's just that's what they think happened.
Why did it take so long to discover that?
It didn't. People have kind of known this for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I don't know why this was just recently released. And Josh, you seem bitter about it. And the fact that you were found wrong when you said his middle name and middle initial definitely started with the letter H, you were wrong. Mm-hmm. So Jesus
Joseph
H. Christ. You would have thought they would have at least given him a middle name now that I think about it.
Right.
Maybe Jesus J. Christ. In honor of his dad. Yeah.
And the buddies called him Double J.
Yeah. And of course that a lot of merch would have to be
happy you're
redone.
talking about it.
Okay. Well, I don't know why this emerged in the news in a big way a couple days ago, but it did. So there you go. We have some sporting news to pass along. And by the way, speaking of sports, from the Washington Football Club, Joe Theismann is going to be our special guest coming up later this morning.
We always love visits.
Hey! All right.
And that's the Hail to the Redskins, which they have.
No, they play that. They still play that, but they don't sing the words. They change the words. It's Hail to the Commanders now.
Okay.
Which is real dumb.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
So you're going to bolt your stadium seats to your floor so you can actually use them?
Of course.
Whoa.
I might get 4 or 5 sets and bolt a pair to the floor in every room. So you can be seated in every room.
Christy and I have Mike, our handyman. He could come over and build you a tiered floor, and you could have an actual mini stadium.
Yes.
I'd have to put up with Mike though, so I don't know about that. But I'll
He's
get
a
back
good
to you
guy.
on it. If you say so.
You guys could compare tattoos.
Good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does he have some tattoos?
He does.
Does he do anything else that I might enjoy?
He has hair down to his butt.
Oh, he's a hippie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like hippies.
He might be able to, as you say in your realm, roll another one. What do you call it? A so-called number?
Honking some hooch.
I'm glad he sleeps in.
I might do that. We have news from the Australian Open, where it is just coming up on next
Thursday.
Week is Christmas.
Yeah, they got to.
In Australia. It's a warm Christmas, though. Very, very warm. Novak Djokovic, he injured himself during a match yesterday, and he quit.
Whoa.
So he all this to a major tennis tournament, and he has a little boo-boo, and he quit.
I am hurt.
What is the nature of his injury?
I am hurt. He hurt his knee reaching for a water,
Oh, no.
He strained a muscle.
and he strained a muscle.
Hemorrhoids, isn't it?
He dropped the first set of his Australian.
Hemorrhoids.
Yeah. And he had the George Brett problem.
Right.
Hemorrhoids. He
Looked like grapes hanging out his shirt.
Come on.
He quit against Alexander Zverev. That's Zverev. Zverev.
Sounds like a car trying to start on a winter morning.
Zverev. Don't start me. Please don't start me.
Oh, the classic Robert Klein bit.
So he's out of here. They booed him on as he left the court, and he gave him the thumbs up, is what they said.
If you're
I haven't seen
injured,
it
you
yet.
have to.
Boo!
People.
I hope
Those
it's,
Australians
Our
are
society is going to hell in a
a
handbasket.
lusty bunch.
I just hope it's COVID and it kills him.
Tom, that's not nice.
That doesn't mean I don't believe it.
We almost got past it and had forgotten about that incident, and you bring
Yep.
it right back.
Okay. The only reason he's able to play is because everybody else go out.
Let's see. The NFL, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Saquon Barkley.
Juan Barkley.
Are finalists for the Associated Press 2024 NFL Most Valuable Player and Offensive Player of the Year awards. Josh Allen.
Given out
Jared
prematurely.
What?
They shouldn't give these awards out till the season's over.
Oh,
They have always been
season is over.
rewarded for the season. The regular season
not the
is over.
playoffs.
Not the playoffs.
It's wrong.
Playoff performance doesn't count.
Well, yeah, but they have their own MVPs for the most part, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
You're wrong.
You're the
on
most
that.
valuable player. How come you're not in the playoffs right now? You weren't that valuable, were you?
You're surrounded by a lot of non-valuable people.
Oh.
That is a bummer when that's the poor guy who is the MVP on the losing team.
Well, I guess.
Maybe if he caught the ball,
You know,
I
Lamar-
threw it right at him, you see.
Yeah.
The way this works is I throw it, you catch it.
That would be, well, it has been awkward for Lamar Jackson to win the MVP a couple times, and every time he's accepted the award, he was available for the ceremony because he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He was out of the playoffs, and this year is no exception.
And he's upset about that, isn't he?
He's more than a little upset. Yes, he is.
Trying to get a ring, fellas.
Yeah.
Over here.
Can they give him an honorary one like they do Oscars?
Oh, and by
He's
the way,
come close a lot, Lamar.
After a few seasons.
Give him the Thalberg Super Bowl.
oh, there you go.
Why not?
For a career.
Yes, he certainly had one.
Okay.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars are evidently their new head football coach is going to be Tampa Bay offensive coordinator Liam Cohen as the 8th head coach in franchise history. Cohen left Jacksonville without a contract, but a person familiar with that situation said that everything should come together today sometime. Neither side has confirmed the decision, though, but it would cap a covert operation that included owner Shad Khan moving on from GM Trent Baalke. Don't be ridiculous.
Baalke.
And Cohen reversing course with the Buccaneers. Cohen said he wasn't going to leave. He was very happy at Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay rewarded him with a raise. And 2 days later, he said, psych, I'm out of here. I'm going to Jacksonville. So there you go. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, thank you very much,
We'll just
Chick
sit
McGee.
back. More sports coming up.
Okay, speaking of sports,
Speaking of sports.
if you're a fan of The Ohio State University, they have got a very special commemorative football out
Yes,
there.
they do, and it's from Niko Sports. Celebrate that thrill of maybe a once-in-a-lifetime national championship.
Niko.
If you're still basking in the glow of Ohio State's triumphant win in the college football championship.
And now the singing nun for Niko Sports.
The exclusive Ohio State Buckeyes 2024 CFP National Championship football from our buddies at Niko Sports. This isn't not just any football, full-sized, officially licensed treasure, limited to just 10,000 pieces. Each football is embossed, priced at just $129.95. And here's the best part. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to Extra Yard for Teachers, the official charity of the college football playoff. And each football comes with its very own individually numbered certificate of authenticity. Panel 1, your complete 2024 season schedule with scores and opponents featuring the Ohio State helmet and CFP logos. Panel 2.
Niko Sports. Niko Sports.
Panel 2 on the football, dive into Buckeye football facts, complete with championship history and limited edition details.
Is that irritating?
And Panel 3, it commemorates the Rose Bowl and Cotton Bowl and CFP championship scores and opponents forever captured in this amazing keepsake. It will be treasured. Exclusive piece available only at Niko Sports. Don't miss out. Call. Here's the numbers. 800-345-2868. That's 800-345-2868. Or visit them online at nikosports.com. That's Nikco sports.com to get your Ohio State Buckeyes 2024 National Championship Football today. It's official while supplies last at nikosports.com.
Or if you have one of those gizmos you can talk to at your house.
Oh, you mean like Alexa?
Yeah, you just go up and sing the theme song.
Ah.
Niko. That's right, the singing nun for Niko Sports.
Once again, can you imagine what he would be doing had I jumped up on this horse?
Coming up, we have some great guests today. Steven Singer here in person with our special quiz. Comedian Dustin Nickerson, comedian Heywood Banks, and the great Joe Theismann, all going to be joining us today. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
We're talking with comedians Mark Klein and Nick Griffin. Nick, anything new in your life?
Well, no. I mean, I'm just out there, trying to make it work. I think you got to try to enjoy yourself. Obviously, I'm a positive guy, very optimistic.
I've noticed that. That's what I like about you.
Yes. I feel
Is this your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I feel like,
2010's your year.
No, I need to be more realistic, and I feel like, you got to enjoy yourself in the moment because, in an hour, a day, a week, it's all going to suck again. Because that's life, right? Good, sucky, sucky, sucky.
You say that in Japan, and you're going to have a great time.
It's true. It's just hard adjusting to the sucky part of life because when you first get to Earth, everything's sweet. When you're a baby. Everyone's kissing your ass, hugging you, feeding you, and then boom, acne, erections, calculus.
I was part of the team that launched the first low salt, low sugar peanut butter into the category. It was called Simply Jif. It was targeted towards diabetics. I wanted to call it Type 2 peanut goo, but... Yeah, of course you don't feel good, Greg. You ate an entire rotisserie chicken at 11:30 at night. You shoved the whole thing in your fat face in 6 minutes, Greg. I think you ate the rubber band that holds the legs together. I mean, come on. My birth certificate? That document is 54 years old. I also don't have the Declaration of Independence. Because I don't know if you've ever seen an organic peanut butter kid go off the deep end. It is not pretty. Okay, these kids, they spend 18 years eating it, then they go off to college. They have one bite of a Jif sandwich. 6 weeks later, they're passed out on a park bench with Nutter Butters all over their face.
We were reviewing the fantasy date with Ralph and Christy Lee. And interestingly enough, Ralph said you'd pick her up in your Mini Cooper.
Yeah, pick her up in the Cooper.
Take her to a sushi place.
Take her to a sushi place and
ask her about her day and what she's interested in.
And then a little dancing.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And see when you got
Most
when you're
men
dealing
don't
with
take you dancing.
Oh yeah, you got to go dancing. You got to let your hair down. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Touch her a
Are
lot.
you drinking?
You drinking more than me. Yes, indeed.
Well, back up one. Touching her a lot?
Yeah, you touch her
when you dance.
What I know about Christy, and you can feel out whether a woman likes to be touched. You know, and you touch her, you just make body contact, but not like you're trying to feel her up, but just put your hand on her back every now and then. You know, and on the small of her back.
Let it slide down.
No, it's just you can feel it.
No, you are.
You
Now, let me
can
ask
feel
you,
it. A woman is like an instrument.
What would you wear?
Practically nothing.
If we're going to sushi, don't wear a suit. Don't put a suit on. You know, it's just casual. Just put a nice summer sweater on or something like that.
You wear cologne?
Just a little bit, not too much.
What kind do you wear?
I go with Gucci Envy. You know,
really? Do you have that on now?
Yeah.
Christy, give him a snort.
Get in there.
And
oh my God!
Did you lick him? Did you lick him?
I think she did. That was nice.
Tom's gonna get whipped.
I gotta hit that.
Yes, you do, Tom.
He's very clean.
Really good.
This is creepy.
You know that I'm getting a little creeped out here. Woo, look at that.
Tom, you look Tom, you look like your adopted son has just graduated college. You're over there.
And this is the one from Cambodia, and this is the one from Africa.
I want to smell Christy now.
I didn't put on anything.
That was hilarious.
Oh my God!
It
smells good, Ralph.
Does Ralph smell better than Christy?
No,
He's wearing cologne. I'm not. That's not fair.
Christy smells like her shampoo. She smells good. But no, Ralph you smell great. What's that stuff called?
It's called Gucci Envy.
It's very clean smell.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is not bad.
Not overpowering.
And see, men have a tendency to put it on until they can smell it. You're not supposed
do that.
to.
No.
You spray it in the air just in front of you and walk through it.
That's right.
That is
Spray and
always enough. Just spray one time. Don't spray 4 or 5.
Spray and
just
walk.
one time.
See, I'm not a cologne
and
person.
Trust that other people.
Now, when you
smell
walk through, when you spray it, do you spray high?
No, you spray it
low.
about
You gotta spray below your eyes,
neck
Bob,
and
or
chest
you'll burn.
level,
And then
neck and
do you
chest level.
sprint through it real quick before it hits the ground? How do you do that? I've
But
never
how
heard
fast
of that.
are you going?
Yeah,
You stand there on the ready like it's a sprint.
So you spray and then you
Otherwise, you're going to have penis in there.
My goodness, it smells good.
Gonna hit you right in the.
So you got to move while it's just kind of
Right.
I mean, if
about eye level.
if you're spraying chest high and walking through it, I'm sorry, you're going to be getting the boys.
The
That's
other
it,
thing
huh?
about scents is that women love to explore it too. So if they catch it, and then they'll try to go and look for it again a little later.
Oh, really?
Like, where was that?
Well,
You
maybe
are an
I should
amazing
just
guy.
coat it in.
I was raised by wolves, so I understand women.
Okay.
I understand women a little bit.
That's really
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Today.
Yeah.
Also, coming up, $1,000 an hour. We call it Money for Something. It'll begin at 9 o'clock once again. And we've also got some tickets for some concerts coming up to give away. So hang out with us. We're having a good time.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee. Pat Godwin on assignment somewhere in Wisconsin. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick. Chickster.
You better be in your P's and Q's. Mr. Singer's in the building.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, Josh, I'm warning you right now.
Okay. All right.
You're in the official seat. Please don't embarrass us.
No promise.
Here's Tom. And Tom, aren't we going to be doing the show live in Riverside, Iowa at some point?
At some point. I can tell you, it's going to be 5 a.m. local time when we start the show Friday, February 21st.
We have an email from Jim.
In Riverside?
Jim.
It says, subject, Iowa Sojourn.
Oh, very nice.
And the salutation is, gentle folks.
See, first of all, I love this guy. I know what the word sojourn means, but I've never voluntarily used it. Have you ever had occasion to say?
I don't think I have.
That's some poetic writing there, sir.
He starts out. I assume the Fox has made all your travel and housing arrangements.
So this is 100.7 The Fox in Cedar Rapids.
I-80 truck stop information. The truck stop is about 90 minutes from Riverside. I assume if you're flying, you'll fly into Cedar Rapids. The casino is about an hour south. If you drive, you'll drive right by the truck stop. If you do drive, schedule a meal at the Iowa Machine Shed, about 4 miles east of the truck stop. Best fried chicken on earth.
Wow.
And remember, Iowa also stands for, it's an acronym, Idiots Out Wandering Around.
I haven't found that to be true.
I haven't.
I'm assuming this gent is from another state?
He's from Iowa.
So he's just having fun with his home.
Okay, all right.
I can't wait to meet all of you.
No, you got to.
Jim.
All right,
Okay,
Jim.
copy me that letter because I want to, on the way home, grab some fried chicken.
Take it all the way home?
Oh, yeah.
Eat it at home?
Is that pizza place anywhere near?
Pizza Ranch is probably, we will probably see them, yes.
Chicken is not really a conducive food to eat while you're driving.
Fried chicken? Come on. You
Yeah.
need a drumstick.
No, your hands get all greasy, and then you slip off the wheel, and oh, my God.
Yeah, and people heave it out the window.
I've had issues with my rotisseries.
Have you?
Yes. That's right.
It's snipping that little rope.
Yeah, of course.
Around the drumsticks. That's
Why
what's
do
tough.
they do that?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they put
Gotta hold the legs together.
They crimp metal around the legs. You know, those chickens are somewhat of whores. They have to go that far to keep their legs
Exactly.
closed.
Right.
Jesus.
Now, coming up, we have, I don't know why this is happening. So I go in the green room this morning and over by my coffee machine.
Yes.
Yes, you have an entire. Let's rewind for a second. You have an entire area that's just yours.
I believe Godwin once referred to it as your scaffold.
Yes.
It's a gigantic structure.
Yeah.
with
I
your
believe
own
the
coffee maker.
the operative phrase would be name on show, ergo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not kidding. I walk in this morning and I look right to the left of my, what is it called? The Keurig machine?
Yes.
There's a thing of sardines.
Yeah, that's Pat Godwin.
It's also Godwin.
He's on a sardine diet.
Well, did you see?
Yeah, I did.
So are these things just by chance?
I don't know, but
We have a news story coming up about a lady who was
eating sardines.
lost a great deal of weight with the so-called sardine diet.
62-year-old retired military therapist struggling with extreme foot pain, inflammation, and food addiction claims she has lost 35 pounds by eating only sardines for more than 3 months.
Ooh, that can't be.
Yeah, it's
Jane
got to be
Crummett,
coming out of her pores.
Yeah, told Florida physician Annette
I bet her girlfriends think she's switched teams.
Oh.
Constant.
Obviously.
She said, people think I'm absolutely nuts. She eats 4 cans of sardines every day and supplements with MCT oil, which is a fat derived from coconut or palm kernel oil, consuming around 1,500 calories a day.
So, if you eat 1,500 calories a day, you're going to lose weight if it's in chocolate cake or in sardines.
True.
Right?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what the food is.
And it doesn't mean it's good for you.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm not good.
What does she do about the cats that follow her around?
Man.
Wouldn't it maybe check her?
Is she 40% mercury?
Wouldn't your pores just start reeking of?
You would think
it's not a good thing.
I just had this discussion the other day, and don't take any health advice from me, but I was advised by a physician not to do the fish oil supplements.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I was talking to someone about it, and they said that they had a friend that did it, and their family begged him to stop because his breath smelled so bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, whoa.
Yeah, there are certain
There must be some bad ones, or
yes.
some that caused that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so this lady's actually eating a tin of sardines,
which is healthy.
And I have a question.
When you have them every now, sardines are great.
Isn't and the sardine isn't the name of the fish, right?
There is no such thing as a sardine fish. It's just
that particular aggregation of little fishies is
fish
called
parts and everything, and they fashion them into a fish-looking thing, and they call that sardine.
What?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
I
just.
thought they had little heads on them and everything. No?
Yeah, I understand this.
Go
This
open
lady,
that can.
what was her name again?
What was her name?
Lisa.
Her name was Jane Crummett.
And I guess she had, what is it, agoraphobia, where you can't stand being in crowds.
Okay,
But
yeah.
now that she's eating a lot of sardines, that's
wide
past.
space, wide open space.
She's able to be.
Oh yeah, nobody gets in her way.
Yeah, she's fine now.
She parts the crowd.
but
she's also starting to lay eggs, which is
that's a common side effect if you eat sardines only.
And can swim.
Are they really salty sardines?
And oily.
I have never had them, but we quite literally have a tin of them sitting in the green room.
He opened one.
Godwin loves them.
You know what? I still have not had caviar.
Same here.
When are you going to get? When are Josh and I going to be able to eat some caviar?
I want to try some really
it's
nice
extremely. I was at a buffet and it's extremely salty.
Tom, buy some caviar.
But you got to know what you're doing. You got to have it on some kind of cracker and.
Like aren't there like special pewter spoons or silver or something? What is it?
Pewter, I think.
It's something to justify paying that much money for a very small amount of food.
Yes.
When let's face it, I'd much rather have a really good cheeseburger. I mean, let's be honest here. It's a snob thing. I can't imagine the sardine diet's a great idea.
No.
Is this where Godwin got the idea?
No, he was talking a little bit about this a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what's happening over there. Now we have to return briefly just for some sports teasers here.
Well, coming up, we'll talk about LeBron James and the All-Star game coming up in San Francisco. And Victor Wembanyama was in France, and boy, did he receive a warm homecoming.
Of course.
Yes, they were excited to see Vicky Wem.
That's exactly right.
Vicky Wem.
Very great. They were shouting that.
And spoiler alert, the Spurs did beat the Pacers yesterday afternoon. They play again tonight.
Okay, coming up, we have cows. We have buffalo. We have camels.
They all move. That's weird.
We have camel nipples in the news, and we have the weirdest story. This is a topic you're not going to find interesting at first.
All right. Okay.
The topic is fonts, F-O-N-T, font.
Mm-hmm.
You are fascinated by fonts.
Yes, he is.
And I don't know the distinction between a font and a typeface, but
you have an affection for fonts.
I do. Well, wait till you hear what the latest font is. You're going to be stunned.
Is it readable?
We're going to find out.
All right.
Yes.
It's not wingding, is it?
No. But it's completely ridiculous. And it's all coming up. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. Now, have you been having a good time here with the Bob?
I've had a great time here so far. I've actually been down here on a junket for Trojan rubbers to see how the larger sizes hold up there in the heat near the equator. So far, our test results have produced amazing information.
Okay, like what?
Well, I go 2-ply sometimes, Chris. Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes I go with the XL and then maybe something that's scented, and you should know, baby.
I don't know.
You've been involved in half of it. I swear to God, she has.
If the whole movie's just Rocky in a nursing home, can you imagine? He's calling out Bingo, all weathered in the face, looking more like Mickey each and every day, just bored with life. And,
Yo, Adrian, I said B13, not B30.
Donnie, that was great.
Donnie, that was incredible.
Hey, Chick, can I get a tape of that?
You sure can.
Dear Diaries, this is my 3rd time to the Bahamas, but it's my 1st time here in Nassau's, and I probably already know more about the Far East than anybody I know. Since I stepped off the plane, my mission has been twofold. Hang some flyers to sell my boat and hunt down the mysterious free-range island wolf. The fact remains, the island wolf is the most dangerous of all wolves. I swear to God it is. Think about it, it's an island wolf. So naturally, no matter where it goes, it's already cornered.
That's right.
Island wolves are to the Bahamas what Bigfoot's is the United States. We know it's out there. I just pray I don't walk up on one when it's in heat or laying its eggs.
I saw you on MTV recently, Donnie.
Yeah, on ridiculousness.
Yeah. They
Yep.
called you ridiculous.
Right to my face.
Right to your face.
Oh, man. I know. And you know what I think's ridiculous? Everywhere I travel now in the United States, don't matter where you go, Tom, you mentioned you can't go 2 miles without running into a roundabout, or they're trying to invent a roundabout.
I love them.
I hate them. I swear to God, they're basically crop circles that have been paved over. I was raised on four-way stops. It was simple. You pulled up, you gave a good firm head fake. If that didn't work, you used your turn signal with your middle finger right to their face.
Now, roundabouts, actually, they reduce gas consumption substantially, and they reduce traffic fatalities a great deal because you don't have the, what do you call it when you hit somebody from the
T-bone.
The T-boning. I'm a big fan of the roundabout.
Well, you've been watching too much Glenn Beck. I hate four-way stops create gridlock and back up traffic. No, they don't. They give us time to sober up, dumbass. Now you got 9 drunks in a roundabout, Tom. You're messing with the Matrix.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Day 2. It's amazing how much money people blow on vacation. Today I seen Tim Wilson's drop about $20 on old Henry bars. What a waste. I mean, at his age, why start eating healthy now? That's $20 could have been robbed on a blackjack table, but the casino here sucks, and I'll say it right to their face. They don't even have scratch-off tickets in this one. I love the instant wins. Number 1, it's your best odds. Everybody knows it. And it's a win-win, because even if you don't win, you still get to eat all the candy that you scratch off. But unlike Tim Wilson's, I've been on a fixed income down here. Been a little short on cash. Been having to order off the kiddie menus for every meal. And even though I ain't under 12, they have to let you order off the kiddie menu. It's Commonwealth law. But I hate these waiters who think they're cute by still giving me the booster seat and crowns to color with. They're lucky I don't beat their ass. And I've gotten them back the last 3 meals without extorting to violence. They give me the crowns. I just change the daily special on the board to read pork swordfish, $10.99 a pound.
New York Jets cornerback and arguably the best player in the previous NFL draft, Sauce Gardner, is partnering up with, he went to Cincinnati, he's a Bearcat. He's partnering up with Buffalo Wild Wings to, of course, make something called sauce.
Donnie, don't you sell your man sauce?
Heck yeah, dude. By the court, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Little guy ranch.
I ain't bragging, but there was a time where I could bust a clay pigeon from 100 yards.
Skeet indeed.
Now, is your man sauce cream based? What is the?
Well, let's just let you know when she walks away, she'll be raising guppies in a jar. Swear to God.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, this will help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Hey, Kenny, how are you?
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm in ATL. Just got in from ORD through DF Dub. I had to call you guys. You got the new Barstool guys in there, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, Pat McAfee, Todd McComas are here, yeah.
I know. Listen, Pat, heard you walked away from some major coin guy. I love it. Power move. Way to blow up the flowchart, Shooter. Now, get this. Holbeck, he was the GM of Smearcore. His brother, not the one who ran Lucom into the ground. No, the older brother goes by Merck. He was pulling almost 40 G's on straight commission, and one day, just like you, up and said, my work's done here. Didn't even give the standard 2 weeks notice, and word has it he's making twice that much now with the remote-controlled chip clip people. So, almost exactly like your deal. Dot to dot to dot to... Hey, Stud, I was going to ask you. Hang on, I got to take you. Get back. Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
No, we're still here.
No,
what
about me? Through RD. Not much. I'm just on hold right now with that idiot punter that walked away from like half a minute.
Wait a minute. You're not on hold.
Yeah, that one.
I can hear you.
I'm going to pitch him, but I just want to wait to make sure this isn't some sort of publicity stunt. No, the focus group loved it. It's a spin-off idea. The sports fan that eats too much cheese and ODs on the ultimate nachos every Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, we love it. It's called Bar Stool Softener. Well, yeah, the logo's the same, but our bar stool, zoom in. You'll notice the legs are a little, see that? The legs are all tapered, all four.
Sure. Is he going to re-say this? Because he's talking to somebody else.
The money's in the detail, Mike. Listen, I got to take this. Hey, Pat, love the ballsy move, guy.
Hold on, Kenny.
Let's reload for next week. I got bored now before all these Zone 4 peasants get in my way. I told you from Phoenix, we just landed.
Okay, thanks.
Move, Shooter.
All right, buddy.
Very helpful.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? You don't want to do that. Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Q95, your shot at $1,000 an hour begins in a couple hours. We'll do it 9 to 5 today. $1,000 an hour coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
There we go.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
That's right. It's a new year. That means a new rose from Steven Singer Jewelers. Their brand new 24-karat gold rose is peacock teal, and boy, is it gorgeous. Get it before they sell out, because they absolutely will, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with our special guest.
I was really nervous.
Why?
Well, I figured Steven Singer's here in the studio, and I figured Josh would probably blow it when he read the little thing over there about Steven, but he got it right.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Stayed up all night rehearsing.
You feel pretty good about that?
Well, let's ask the man himself.
Okay. We are joined by the famous jeweler, Steven Singer, and he's right over there. I can see him. And by the way, right over there, I can see that that rose happens to be right there, the peacock teal rose. Hey, Steven, how are you?
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to be here. This is great.
Great seeing you.
It's good to see you. We're going to make you, we have a little quiz coming up for you.
All right.
And now, just right off the bat, I want to clear the air here. I know
yeah. Let's get the air cleared.
Uh-oh.
What are you talking about?
Well, Chick McGee here at the sports desk is a lifelong fan of the Washington Football Club. And I mean lifelong. Ever since he was a little boy, he's been a huge fan.
1967, an entirely different century.
Yeah, in the Vince Lombardi, believe it or not, era.
Yeah.
And you are a lifelong Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We do a lot with the Eagles. Love the Eagles.
And
I believe it's pronounced Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah,
I see.
Eagles and water.
And the big game coming up this Sunday.
Yes, at 3:00 on Sunday.
I'm going to bet Chick a cheesesteak, I think.
Oh, nice. I love a cheesesteak.
There you go.
Okay, and I could bet you a tenderloin.
There you
that's
go.
right.
That's our sandwich.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
But what about me? But don't you want to do something from Washington, D.C.?
No, I want to do something from me.
Right.
Okay.
It's my team.
Okay.
Shut up and stop offering your suggestions.
So are we doing just like one sandwich, or are we going to do, you're going to send my whole store your stuff, and I'll send everybody here cheesesteaks? How's that going to work?
How many people?
We're hungry.
How many people are in your store?
We have 60.
60.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well, here's the thing.
I wanted to make sure we had more than you guys have.
I will bet you for your whole store.
All right.
I should mention here that I have been known to welch on bets.
Well, you are in radio.
Yes,
so
exactly right.
Now, do you? Let me ask you this: do you have a favorite Philly cheesesteak outlet in Philadelphia?
Well, the two that are the most famous are Pat's and Gino's. Pat's actually invented the cheesesteak.
Whoa.
He's the one, and Gino's is across the street. I like them both equally. But when anybody comes to Philadelphia, we could take them to the greatest restaurants in the world. We have some really great, nice restaurants. And every time they say, yes, Steve, thanks. This was really nice here. 4-star, 5-star restaurant. But can we go get a cheesesteak and stand outside and have it dripping down your throat like that? And, so, like that. And everybody wants to do it. Every single person.
Is there a date on the origin of the cheesesteak?
I think it was in the 50s, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But the original guy had a hot dog cart. Pat had a hot dog cart, and he used to make hot dogs and things like that. And he got sick of eating hot dogs, so he used to make himself take some meat, slice it up, and then make it for himself. And a guy walked up to him and said, "Hey, I don't want a hot dog. Give me one of those." And he invented the cheesesteak, and we're off to the races.
Aren't there different kind of cheeses?
Yes, this is Cheese Whiz.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody that orders without Cheese Whiz, you're not.
Okay.
Like you don't know.
It says here,
interesting.
Pat and Harry Oliveri are often credited with inventing the Philly cheesesteak in the 30s. The brothers ran a hot dog stand in South Philly, created the sandwich by grilling beef and onions on an Italian roll.
Yep.
The brothers were tired of eating hot dogs for lunch.
So Swiss cheese is a no-go?
Oh, yeah. You're like, they'll, if you ask for it any other way, they just like laugh at you.
I feel like I see it served with Swiss more than any other cheese.
Well, it's outside of Philadelphia.
Gotcha,
and if you're like, let's say you're a candidate, if you're running for office and you come and you want to do like a Philly thing,
right?
And you say, oh yeah, I'll have like American cheese,
you're
Swiss
out.
cheese. They like, you're done. They like,
Stephen, I'm sorry, Ace is disagreeing with you. I think Ace would
No. I just remember seeing a white cheese.
Yes.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
it
it's
really
Cheese
is
Whiz.
Cheese Whiz?
Yeah, it's the worst stuff that you could possibly eat. But
I
it's
beg your
delicious.
pardon.
It's absolutely good.
It's bad for you,
Yes,
but it's
yes,
crazy
yes.
good. Yeah.
Unless you eat all anchovies, which is, I heard, great.
But Cheese Whiz is not the one that comes out like Ready Whip.
No, that's easy cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese Whiz is the one that's kind of liquefied.
In the jar.
Yeah, in a jar. It's a
Now,
glass.
Ace has said it is available in a can, too.
When I was a kid, we had them in, they were in glass jars. Remember?
Does it pour, or is it like peanut butter?
They actually pour. What they do is
You
they
can
have a
pour it.
giant container, like almost like a soup vat, and they put like a ladle in there, and they actually pour it on. It's liquefied at that point. The other cheese, if you are silly enough to get one of the other ones, then they lay American or provolone or Swiss. Or
If
whatever.
you're silly enough to order it any other way.
Yes. Because, you get so much crap from Philadelphia. If you just order the thing wrong, if you stand there too long, you order it. Like, they tell you, here's the rules of ordering. Don't take more than 10 seconds. I want it with or without. That's it. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
With onions, without onions. Everything else is not negotiable.
Wow. Now, you have made your pick officially.
Yeah, I'm taking the points in both games. And
the spread is one?
I think I do this every year because I want to see good games. Washington's getting 6 and Buffalo's getting 2.
All right.
Against the Chiefs.
Okay.
There you go.
Any other sporting news while we're at it?
While we're at it, where were we? LeBron James is extending his All-Star records. The NBA revealed the starters, some anyway, for the revamped All-Star game on Thursday night. This year, they're going to have the players sit down at video games and play each other on screen.
That's quite a change.
I don't know what they're doing, but he's made his 21st straight All-Star game as a starter. It's an NBA record. And Ichiro Suzuki, you remember we were talking about him earlier in the week. He was elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. And one guy did not vote for him. And he says that he has found the name of this gentleman and has invited him to dinner at his house. And he said, we're going to have a drink together, and then we're going to have a nice long talk about my career and why he didn't vote for me.
Ooh.
Evidently, he's being serious. I think this would be, in Japan especially, this would be an insult. This is a big deal. You don't vote for me for the...
You're asking for the Yakuza.
Hall of Fame. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there where they
a process.
chop off a finger? Is that what
That's the Japanese mob. Yeah.
Is there usually a majority vote? I mean, is it usually 100%?
Like Babe Ruth did not get elected 100%.
Really?
Mariano Rivera, the only baseball player to ever get every single vote from the baseball writers.
The guy that didn't vote for Babe Ruth, Babe probably stooped his wife.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
It was incredibly.
Babe walked in with a hot dog and barfed in his store. So something like that. I'm just guessing.
Do you think that happened? The first enormous roar from the crowd came before the game even started. Victor Wembanyama, or as we call him,
Vicky Wem.
All he needed to do was show up to get the fans in Paris to lose their minds. He said hello into a microphone, and the roar lasted about 45 seconds.
Everyone put their cigarettes in their mouths and clapped overhead.
Great.
Woo! And then they gave everybody there the white towels to wave.
Oh, well, they already had them.
That's exactly right. A 2-game set last night. The Spurs beat the Pacers by about 30. And
what time was it?
2 o'clock here it started.
In 2 o'clock Eastern time, and then
it's like 8 o'clock
night game in Paris.
It was night.
Yeah. Alex Ovechkin moved within 20 goals of breaking Wayno's NHL record.
This is crazy.
An empty netter helping the Caps beat the Kraken 3-0 last night for their 6th straight victory. Ovi scored his 22nd goal of the season to push his career total to 875. Gretzky, one of those records, nobody will ever break this record.
Right.
So Ovi has 875 now, and the great one, 894 goals.
We have a lot of games left.
And we got a bunch of games left.
Yeesh.
And from this past weekend in NFL action, Buffalo Bills fans have rallied in support of Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews by raising over $120,000 for charity.
This is a weird story. Have you heard?
It's a strange, odd story, and it keeps getting weirder and stranger.
And the setup is
the Ravens could have tied the game with a 2-point conversion.
Okay.
And Andrews dropped the ball on the goal line. But some people say that it could have been thrown better. yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I wasn't there. Looks like if you're my dad always told me if you can get a hand on a ball, you should be able to catch it, especially a professional, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
so this poor guy,
19-year-old Bills fan who benefited from him dropping the ball, Nicholas Howard, launched the GoFundMe campaign in response to all of the smack talk online that Andrews faced after he lost and fumbled and dropped a potential game-tying two-point conversion. The campaign has since raised $120,000 as of Friday morning. It's for type 1 diabetes research and advocacy organization.
So it's really kind of nice.
However, Bills fans are also have been ruthless online to Mr. Andrews, as you might imagine.
I see.
And Mr. Andrews' girlfriend has also been the recipient of some.
But I just like what I set up for Josh.
Some insults.
After Josh screwed up on the air, and I started that fund for corn dogs without homes.
Raised a lot of money. It did a lot of good for a lot of people.
You know what you do is you get
we
that
found
cheese
some lovely
whiz.
homes.
You get cheese whiz and drizzle it on there as well.
Oh, you put cheese whiz on a corn dog. I mean, it's just fascinating. What kind of a flavor combo that is.
But this guy's just trying to counteract the hate with some love, huh?
That's what he says.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That is just that poor guy.
But remember, the Bills fan base is called the Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you say that the Philadelphia Eagles fan base is one of the most difficult?
I don't know.
Notorious.
Oh, very tough. Oh, yeah.
A motley crew.
They're enthusiastic. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be wearing a Washington jersey and walking.
I would not, but I'm a what's the word? Coward.
Yeah. I see. Okay, good. Well, we'll find out more about that rivalry coming up.
They had a guy standing in line. There's 20 people in line to go to the bathroom at the football game, and he was wearing an opposing team's jersey, which I won't mention. So the line's 20, 30 people long. Every time he would get to the top of the line, 3 guys went over and picked him up and brought him back to the back of the line. 3 times. Guy never got to go. That's how bad Philly fans are.
You know, that's sort of elegant. I kind of like that.
Elegant.
It's funny though.
It's fun.
You got it.
Nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt, and
this guy may have to go to guy may have to go to a urologist.
Yes,
I'm not sure.
Urinary tract infection, but other than that,
right.
Yeah. Oddly enough, coming up, we do have urinary news this morning in an odd way, and a new word I'd never heard before: peasiety.
Yeah.
Is in the news.
I've got anxiety.
Right now, our guest is Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers. I can tell you right now about the special brand new Valentine's Day rose, because there's one right over there. It's the peacock teal, Steven. It's got kind of a Caribbean feel.
Yes, it does. It's like a beautiful peacock. It's spread his feathers, and you're just open on the beach and sitting there like you're on vacation. It's absolutely magnificent.
What year did you do the first gold? Because these are dipped in real gold. Do you remember the year?
1980.
The first gold dip rose.
1980. Everybody told me this is the dumbest idea ever. They're never going to sell.
And now, from the get-go, did it work right away, or is there a way to dip a rose so that it doesn't all wilt when it hits the gold?
Well, 2 things didn't work. First off, that we ruined a lot of roses getting this right. Secondly, the first couple of years, I think we sold 6 or 7 in a year. Like everybody told me, listen, let's just give these away to charity or get rid of them. They're never going to sell. And now we're the world's biggest seller of roses that are not live.
And they're preserved
no longer alive.
in 24 karat gold. You can see what I'm talking about if you go to Steven's website. IHateStevenSinger.com. By the way, the shipping always complimentary. Oh, what a nice package. No. It means it's free. That's from IHateStevenSinger.com. 24 karat gold dip roses with Valentine's Day coming up. When is it, Christy?
February 14th, just like every other.
But isn't that a Friday?
Yeah, it is this year.
Which means that's a lot of extra pressure, fellas.
Yeah.
A call for reservations now. You may be having a Philly cheesesteak in the streets if you don't hurry up. But I would recommend the rose with maybe perhaps the At Last bracelet dangling from it.
Yeah, look Look at
Yeah.
that.
No, Stephen wasn't around in the fall when I was recommending people get nice diamond earrings from Stephen Singer Jewelers and put them in the mashed potatoes as a little surprise for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Maybe in the case if you're going to do that.
Beautiful necklaces like
there you
this
go.
one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget Valentine's Day, and you can knock this off right now, fellas, by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Mr. Singer is our special guest today, and the Stephen Singer Singers were going to be here in person, but a wave of illness hit the band. But I do have a recording of them, so for our next break, we can have them introduce from the last time Stephen was here. But once again, visit IHateStevenSinger.com. See what we're talking about with the roses and real diamonds, by the way. Lots of real diamonds and lots of great spots. We'll talk about all these things coming up. Also, as I mentioned, we do have some, of all random things, we have some news in this realm of jewelry. Also, we have goats, cows, camels, and elephants all in the news today. And toilet seats. By the way, none of those animals typically use those.
No.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
You do a couple of impressions, and we were wondering if you would do, this is a pretty obscure one, John MacGyver. Now, he's known for some work in Disney films.
And I think it was in like the Doris Day show on TV or something like that.
I think so. He was the guy, the reverend or preacher or whatever, that got beaten up by by Joe Buck, not the sports.
In Midnight Cowboy?
In Midnight Cowboy. And maybe your vocal impression will bring back the memory to some of our listeners.
Yes. They see right now, everyone's going, quick, honey, he's going to do the John MacGyver imitation. Quick, gather around the radio, kids.
Oh, yeah, I know who that guy was.
Everything in this company must be done according to schedule. We will have no slackers here, sir. No slackers at all. This company is run like a tight ship.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for the 5 or 6 of you that get that,
amazing.
You are welcome.
The minute you see him, though, you know who he is.
Oh, so good.
John's great.
Yeah,
John went to Columbia. Did you know that?
Did not know that. So what was the Disney film that he was?
He was in.
Oh my gosh, he was in
Bed Knobs and Broom. Was he
one of those like
the Apple Dumpling Gang?
Something like that.
There you go. He's one of those guys you see him and you just go, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I remember him from Breakfast at Tiffany's. He's been in a lot of.
He's in the
Of course,
Manchurian
you remember him
Candidate.
from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
It's my favorite movie.
He plays the father of the woman that Lawrence Harvey falls in love with in Manchurian Candidate.
Oh, okay.
Tom, would you like me to do my impression of Mickey Rooney from Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No, I would not.
Oh, is that no good anymore? Okay.
Yeah, that,
probably no good.
once again,
Don't you have to go get your
Howdy, go rightery.
Gilbert, unfortunately, that's dead on.
it makes
right.
it makes the Asian character in Mr. Magoo look not quite so racist.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's how sad.
That no good, Mr. Magoo.
Can we do one more obscure impression?
Yes.
This is a guy, Kevin McCarthy.
One of my favorite actors.
Who is, what is he most famous for? The dad in...
I think Josh has it, the Body Snatchers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the original.
Okay.
The original Invasion of Body
And the Twilight Zone movie, he played an uncle of a...
Yeah, he's sort of a very generic, plain-spoken Midwestern white guy.
Now, I remember when the Aristocrats came out.
Oh, yeah.
In one version of the Aristocrats I did, I go into full detail. Father's doing this to the daughter's doing this to the dog, and it gets more and more and more disgusting and perverted. And I threw in a line. I said, this is like a typical evening for character actor Kevin McCarthy. So at the time, a guy who worked on the Aristocrats was a friend of Kevin McCarthy, who was still alive at the time, and he was like 100. And the guy told him, I said, he says this guy does this to the wife does blah, blah, blah. And it's a typical evening at home of character actor Kevin McCarthy. To which Kevin McCarthy goes, wow, that's offensive. and he goes, yeah, well, Gilbert Gottfried gets a little over the edge. And he goes, I'm not a character actor, I'm a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin McCarthy.
He was in a lot of movies.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and hello, Tom. And boy, do we have a guest today.
We got a whole lineup of guests, and right now in the interview loft, it's Steven Singer himself. And we originally had the band scheduled to come in, and everybody got sick suddenly. We had everything set up in the back. They had a rehearsal last night, and they had some wave of something. However,
we had trained animals ready to go.
We did a little bit of little bit of research, and I believe we have it here.
Steven Singer.
Here we go.
Bob and Tom. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer. Right here on Bob and Tom. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Thank you very much, Duke Tomato. And that's the Steven Singer jingle, admittedly on tape. We were going to do it live, but...
if you hadn't told anybody, they would have thought it was live.
But we don't lie on this show, Christy.
No. Exaggerate a little, but not lie. Yes. Well.
Okay, maybe the thing about the homeless corn dogs might have been a lie.
Yeah.
Right. Spoiler alert. That's how Clint Eastwood captures the killer and play Misty for me. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Mr. Singer has joined us in the studio. And, Stephen, I know you are a total professional. You've done many radio shows. And
this is true.
So often the radio hosts they just kiss your ass the whole time. We're not going to do it. We're going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Because your last name, of course, is Singer.
Right.
Now, have you always been a Stephen, or were you a Steve?
Steven, Singer, everybody.
When you were in high school, did your buddies
everybody call you Singer?
Singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
you know what?
Call me Steven.
You bring up a good point. A lot of when I was a kid, we called everybody by our last name.
Yeah.
Really?
Same.
Yeah. Hey, Griswold. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's a guy thing.
Hey, Eves, we got to call Rustick and Barr and get him over here. That's all we
Don't call Rustick. He's a jackass.
No. Rustick is. You what? He's the party man.
Yeah. See. Until he's a jackass.
So your name is Singer.
This is true.
Therefore, what I thought I would do here is play a little snippet of a song for you, and you have to identify the singer.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Okay.
You think I can let him off easy?
What do I win?
Well, that's to be determined, and we'll let's now see if you know who sings this song.
Hot cup of coffee.
Oh, see, because he sells pearl now.
Yes.
Are all the songs jewelry related?
No, not necessarily.
Oh.
Well, as we know in that song, that ain't jewelry.
Well,
I think it could go either way. Let's not get smutty. Now, Christy Lee, do you know the answer?
I do.
Do you know the name of the singer?
Do not. I know the name of the band.
Josh?
I know the band for sure. I just have a guess at the singer.
I do.
Yeah, it's what's his face?
Stephen?
Billy Gibbons?
Hang on a second.
Mr. Singer, I hope you didn't hear that. Do you have any guesses?
Did one of the members of the band just die?
Not too long ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. Yeah.
And they have long beards.
That's correct. You got that right.
Yeah.
And the drummer's name is like John Beard and has no beard.
Frank Beard. That's right. You got everything. You got everything going.
One of the great ironies in all the world.
Yep. I do know the band. As I'm having Alzheimer's stroke here, I'm going to tell you their name in a second.
They'll be the last band alphabetically.
ZZ Top.
Yes.
You know what's funny? I was going from A, and I couldn't get to the name. Thank you for the hint.
I just speeded it up.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Do you do you do that with people?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're somewhere and you go, wait a minute, what's that guy's name?
Oh, I have a girl named Zoe that works for me. I'm trying to figure out. I got to do a dyslexic thing and start the other side.
Yeah, and you nailed it.
Was it Billy Gibbons?
Yeah, Billy Gibbons.
Oh.
The great band ZZ
Do you remember
Top.
the story they told us about how they write songs? Frank sits across the room, and Dusty and Billy start talking, and they don't try to keep their voice down, but they talk about lyrics to songs, and then they go over to Frank and ask them, what did you hear? And he always gets them kind of muddled up, and that's the way they write songs.
Are you
Interesting.
serious?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Huh.
Wow.
Billy told us that, remember? And that's when they got mad about having the TV being on when they came back.
But a great band.
Yeah.
Awesome. Here's another one. Once again, our guest is Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers, and we're not just going to let him sit here. We're going to force him to show how smart he is. Who's singing this one? I think you'll get this
Freddie Cannon. Oh.
I know it right away.
One of the great songs of all time.
My favorite football team.
Oh,
yes.
I hadn't thought of that. Christy, do you know the name of the singer? No, he's already given you a pretty good hint. It's his favorite.
I know the band. Is it Don Henley?
Very good.
Excellent.
And Mr. Henley will hit the drums any second here.
You know, it takes a while yet.
Yes.
Aren't they just Eagles? Isn't
Yeah,
that
I think technically
big
they
deal?
are.
Yeah.
Technically there's no the.
Right.
Yeah, they used to worry about that back in the day.
With Steve Miller Band.
Yeah. And Eurythmics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw the Eagles. They are doing a, what do they call it, residency in Vegas at
the Sphere.
At the Sphere. Have you seen that?
I haven't, but a friend of mine invited me to go see them.
Go.
I really want to go.
That's Mr. Henley right there. It's a great show.
Yeah, they are great.
They are great live.
And Don has a couple pretty funny jokes he makes about the situation because the Eagles.
Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh makes some funny jokes.
Yeah.
too,
Oh, Joe's amazing.
I love
But what's cool about the show is the Sphere. If you haven't ever heard about it, it's a giant globe, and you're inside the globe, and they have a lot of sort of video stuff that they've put up. Some of it just traditional video of the band, but also they've had some new stuff, which is interesting because the Eagles were a band famous for this. They just get up on stage in their jeans, and they didn't have to worry about costumes or getting.
So you're inside the Sphere when there's the shows on, right? Okay.
It's a fair question.
No, you meant you actually felt compelled to tell everybody that you're inside the Sphere. Because if you're outside, you couldn't see the show.
Stephen, I don't know if you've ever worked with Dick, but the torture that I go through.
I'm sure he has.
Well, they do video outside.
Yeah, there is.
do.
It's really worth going, and I forget who the next. I want to say that the Eagles are there through March. I think they extended it.
I believe the next.
they just started here.
Sister Hazel is the next.
That's.
I think Coldplay isn't it? Is it?
Nope, it's Sister Hazel.
Yeah.
They gave him a choice: Coldplay or Sister Hazel.
Coldplay is playing Vegas. I know because I'm going, but I don't think it's at the Sphere.
Oh, okay.
You're going to see Coldplay?
I didn't know you were a fan.
I didn't know you were a pussy. Wow. That's interesting.
His girl is a fan.
Stephen, did I mention the working with a
chick? That's very funny.
Right.
But I love Coldplay.
You know what?
I love Coldplay. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
You got to have chick go outside and look at the sign, see what it says. Bob and Tom, right? This is Bob and Tom.
As I said earlier, name on show, ergo, my own coffee machine.
Oh, gosh, don't make me stay home forever. Don't do that.
Yeah, I've already got several out-of-town concerts planned. I'm going to London.
Ooh, mother son of a...
this summer. And then who are
you taking to London with you? The old lady?
My girls. I may go to France. I don't know if I can work it out. Eric Clapton's playing in Paris.
Really?
He's not playing in the States.
You're going to go see Clapton, huh?
Well, Godwin and I went once to see Cream at...
You're going to get on a list.
Oh, come on. I look, Eric has his issues, I know, but I just love his music, so we'll see. But, yeah. Now, once again, we're playing with Steven Singer from IHateStevenSinger.com. I'm going to give you a tough one, Steven.
All right.
Okay, ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Okay. This guy is one of my favorites.
The Bloodhound Gang.
No. Once again, we're in the...
I do like that.
This one is, we're straying a little bit from what would be considered classic rock, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but well, you'll see.
Oh. This is classic rock.
Now, this is...
What you're listening to is every radio in the 80s.
Two singers.
No kidding.
Yes.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
That was a crossover hit.
For sure.
With two great singers from different worlds.
Right.
Anyone want
Miss
to...
Genesis, Phil Collins?
Yes.
Phil Collins is that you win.
Now,
but it's not. It was a Phil Collins solo piece with another guy.
I don't
Is it
know.
Michael McDonald?
No.
I
Who the
can't
hell
think
is
of
it?
Think of the elements. That's your hint.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is your hint.
Oh, I wouldn't know them.
It's the great Philip Bailey.
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
He sings the cool high stuff with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a failed rock star. I'm a rock drummer from years ago.
Nice.
And so I used to play that. It would be embarrassing if I couldn't remember the name.
And Phil, of course, is also a great drummer.
Fantastic drummer, and I suck, so it's
well, that's
why I'm here with you.
Ergo, there is no Phil Collins jewelry.
Right.
That I hate Phil. Well, there probably is an IHatePhilCollins.com for someone that just doesn't understand how music works. Should we continue our quiz?
Sure.
Yeah,
Why not?
I can't think of any way to stop you.
Okay.
I hear radios turning off everywhere.
Here we go.
He fits right in.
Here we go.
Steve-O.
Oh, my God.
Oh! I give you love every day.
Okay.
One of the worst live performers you'll ever see.
One of the greatest live performers ever.
The greatest guys ever.
He sits down the show.
He's about to go on tour again. The new tour called
Let's Do It Again tour. Yeah.
My brain is so fried. It's dyslexia.
One of the
autism is coming.
I'll give you a hint.
Alzheimer's.
When you were a young man.
1976.
I know it.
Yeah, one of the most famous live albums of all time.
Mm-hmm. Peter Frampton.
Yes.
And I just saw him recently too. If you hit the back of my head, sometime the answers will come out.
It's early.
My brain is just.
It happens to every one of us all the time.
We do it all the time.
He was great. I mean, unbelievably great.
He is unbelievably great.
I just saw him at a very small venue in Philadelphia. And he's on his last tour because he's got some very serious medical
but
issues.
He keeps playing as long as he can play.
But Frampton Comes Alive is one of my favorite albums, and he is fantastic.
Yeah.
And also happens to be, when people say, who are the nicest people you have ever met that are famous? Peter Frampton and, believe it or not, Dolly Parton.
She's
the
super
nicest, greatest person.
You've asked that question, what are the most different formats that you've ever purchased of one album? And I always said Yellow Brick Road, but I think Comes Alive because I got the album and the 8-track and the cassette and the digital download.
And he has an acoustic version
and an acoustic version. And I got I just recently got a brand new hunk of vinyl copy of it from like Sweden or something.
Yeah, and when Peter, a few years ago, Peter was on and he had just released some kind of like 4-track audio thing, and he goes, "Hey, look, I apologize, but I've got to send one more kid to college."
Had all of those songs on Frampton Comes Alive been recorded in studio?
Yeah.
Or were there any that were like just...
I don't think any of those were heard for the first time on Comes Alive. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's a very good question.
Do you feel like we do is kind of funny if you hear the studio version?
Yeah.
Compared with the
And the studio version didn't sell well. The live it was at least the best-selling live album of all times. I don't know if it still is, but it was at one time.
I think the best selling of all time now is Eric Clapton Unplugged.
Oh, really? That outsold?
And that's just been, I think it's the 30th anniversary, and they're just re-releasing it with some new cuts. We are talking music with Steven Singer. Coming up, we've got some more great guests, a little bit of football chat with the great Joe Theismann, comedian Dustin Nickerson, comedian Heywood Banks, and more all coming up. Christy, you got any teasers over there?
Yeah, the skincare brand Kiehl's has created a very interesting font that I think you're going to... either love or hate.
Gag, I think perhaps.
Gag, yes.
Yeah, this is the weirdest story, I think, pretty much ever.
Did you see it?
It's hideous.
Yeah.
Right now, we go over to Chick McGee right over there at the sports desk. What's going on over there?
Raycon Everyday Earbuds are the perfect gym buddy, co-worker, phone call companion. Raycon, as you know, premium audio that goes wherever you go. And Raycon's latest model, 32 hours of battery life, multi-point connectivity. It'll let you pair with 2 devices at once. And Raycons come with active noise cancellation, which is often difficult to find at an accessible price point. But not with Raycon. They start at just half the price of other premium audio brands. Raycon's everyday earbuds available in a variety of vibrant colors, including forest green, royal blue, blush violet. And they have limited edition collectible colors now, like rose gold. 2025 isn't guaranteed to be easy, but I'll tell you what is easy. Raycon's return policy. I've never heard of such a thing, but they do have a 30-day happiness guarantee. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom to get 15% off site-wide. 15% off everything at Raycon's website. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chickster. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Muppets were the first thing I did, some cartoon kind of characters and stuff like that. Stuff I wouldn't even consider really impressions, but...
Who's the hardest one to write for? Because sometimes if you have the voice, there's some impressions you see them and you go, boy, that's dead on, and you go, but there's
okay,
no content.
I've had a Billy Crystal forever.
But I had no idea what I would even do with it. It's one of those voices that just, he doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Sully,
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Come on, guys. We're going to go over here. It's just one of those things.
But here it works. And Robert Downey Jr.'s one that I'm sure I've done that too for you, but he's the human Twitter feed. He talks in little phrases and everything's about himself. He could be giving out an Academy Award, which is supposed to be about the nominees. But it would turn it back to him like, these people deserve your applause almost as much as I do. # awesome. So he's like, do me a favor. You're doing great right now for you. You know, that's he can insult you and be backhanded compliment for everything. Chick, you do a great job sitting there doing nothing. Appreciate it. Why don't you do me a favor and text yourself?
Who would you like? What's an easy one to teach Josh? Josh is very clever. I don't know about his impression abilities.
I'm not particularly good at impressions.
I'd give him 6 out of 14 on clever. I'm trying to think who. Give me a little of your own voice if we can find something.
Well, I think 6 out of 14 might be a little low. It's not.
Okay, so you can go to a deeper register. Talk as quietly as you can and say this. Talk as about as slowly as possible.
In my own voice, talk as slowly as possible.
Now, bring it back down.
A little lower.
A little lower. We're trying to work on a Morgan Freeman here.
I see.
Oh. No, you tried. And so
yeah. This is not going to go well.
No. No, you can get it. You can get it.
Don't talk like more.
No, why did you all of a sudden you're starting to talk?
I feel like it's in the back of the throat.
It's very. The truth is. Truth is. Say truth is.
True.
Don't do this. You're doing something to. Truth is. Truth is.
The truth is.
The truth is.
Truth is.
Let's get there. Let's try something different.
Let's try anything else.
Try an Irish or something.
Oh.
You understand?
Oh, that feels so good.
Like this is one of the greatest.
Those are me lucky charms.
Sorry. How about this? I said Chick McGee.
I'm here for 2 more days. I can have him.
Oh, there we go.
I will have him by Thursday, which is 2 more days from now. Thank you. Who helped me on that? Who said that?
You did it by yourself?
Thank you very much.
Tom.
Tom did.
By Thursday, I will have him ready for his Saturday Night Live audition.
What do you have to do? 2 characters and then 5 minutes or something?
I don't. It doesn't matter because we're going to have 37 characters.
Okay.
And 52 impressions.
Now, Chick, you could do a passable Jeff Goldblum.
Well, not in front of Frank.
Yeah, see?
It's not like you've never done it before.
I've tried. No, I haven't. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try? Get the link at bobandtom.com.
I like this is Morgan Freeman slow. I like big butts. And I cannot lie. You are the brothers, can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itsy bitsy waist and a round thing on your face, you get sprung. Want to pull up tough, because you notice that butt was stuffed. Deep in the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh, baby, I want to get with you and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but with that butt you got makes me so horny.
Dr. Sadie, you're a big Jeff Goldblum fan. Perhaps you could explain to Mr. Goldblum this toy here.
Yes. This
Spark his spot.
Yes. Hello. Knock, knock. Who's there? This toy. And that's when Andy realized that little rock hammer could do more than just break him out of prison.
Now, your kids are, 11 is your son, right?
Yes, correct.
How old's your daughter?
6.
6. Okay, great.
Yeah,
she still gets away with stuff, probably. 6 years old.
She's so funny that I just refuse to punish her for anything.
Right.
She came up from kindergarten one day and she goes, "Dad, Stacy and I were playing catch and she hit me right in the balls." She only has an older brother. She's only heard that area referred to as that. A good dad would tell her that she's wrong. I am not going to do that. I have chosen to use that to my advantage. She'll be on her first date making out with some dude and she'll be like, "Touch my ball." Guess who's done making out? Until at least college, because now everyone in high school thinks she has balls. Thanks, Facebook.
Best daddy. Come on. Bob and Tom.
Carmichael in the Feinstein room tonight and tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. Tom, we're very excited. We have one of our favorite special guests today in the studio.
He is Steven Singer from IHateStevenSinger.com. Don't take it personally. We don't hate him, of course. He's an expert in the world of jewels because he's a jeweler. We're going to talk to him about that. I'll point out that Josh is sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Hello.
So we expect no mistakes out of Josh today, ladies and gentlemen.
You'll get... I will do good.
Okay, fine. There we go. You can see how that's working. Christy Lieb is over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk, and we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. And I believe we're going to go to the satellite, and we have, there he is. It's Jeff Oskey from our staff.
Man, I love that tie, Jeffrey.
Yes.
That's nice.
Those pickles?
Oh, wait a minute.
We don't have any audio, Jeff.
Oh, Jeffrey, turn your mic on, Jeff. Okay. Oh, no, he looks like he's, your lips are moving.
Hey, Jeff, would you mind coming in here and doing it live in studio?
Oh, he can't. He's in a different country. Can't you tell?
Or we could do charades. First word sounds like you're thinking.
Is there a button in front of you with a light on it?
It's not his foot. No, he's doing everything right.
Okay, wait a minute. Do we have an engineer going in there?
He's in the engineer's office.
Oh, okay.
That is Eddie's studio. You know that, right?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, here's the problem. I see.
Please don't cuss, because it'll pop right back on.
As you're shouting it.
As you're shouting it, yes.
Okay, now he's screaming and cursing. Okay, we'll revisit this later, shall we?
We'll try to get that satellite link reestablished.
I'd like to present a stupid question to Steven Singer. Now, you have, of course, a retail store outlet in Philadelphia.
Yes, we do. A block away from the Liberty Bell.
So people, they come in. For example, if I go into a music store,
yes,
I find that I can't walk by the drum set without walking over one of the cymbals and giving it a ding.
Is that right?
But I'm not going to buy another set of drums.
Right.
So my question: what is the jewelry item that people look at the most and don't buy?
That don't buy?
Yeah, they walk in and they might buy something, but they look at these, but they don't buy them.
We normally things that people don't buy, we don't stock that many of them because it's not a very good marketing. Not a very good marketing tool.
That's good business.
But I will tell you the one thing we have.
It's an awful question. Go ahead.
We have $1 million ring that we made for Taylor Swift, if she should get engaged, that we are offering her for free, or for her handsome fiance or fiance to be. And if they want to pay for it, they insist on paying for it. We'll give the $1 million to charity. If not, they could have the ring for free, although she's a billionaire. But at any rate.
But can people look at it?
People can come in and try it on. They take pictures with it.
Oh, there you go. That's huge.
We have like young girls, like Swifties and things like everybody. Since it was on the news, I have 20, 30 people a day that come in and they just want to try it on and see it and fantasize about, what it is. And every once in a while, I'll get somebody that comes up to the window and looks at it. He goes, can I just see that one? How much is that one? You don't want to see this one. The guy's looking for a ring for like $3,000. I go, this is, really? No, he goes, no, how much is it? It's $1 million. And he goes, yeah, I don't want to see that. Like the guy's having a heart attack. And then he looks at the $3,000 rings and then they walk out and leave because now everything looks like it fell off a chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Now, Valentine's Day is, when is it, Christy?
It's Friday, February 14th, 3 weeks from today.
Okay, so the clock is ticking.
Right.
You got to get now. What percentage of, and I'm going to suggest that it's guys, wait till the last couple of days?
I would say, and I'm not exaggerating, it's the last 2 or 3 days is 90% of the orders. The last 2 or 3 days. And of that, the last half hour or hour of free shipping in time for Valentine's Day is unbelievable. So we have to have hundreds of thousands of roses packed up and ready to go. Otherwise, we could never meet the demand because so many people, guys are dumb and they forget. You know what I mean? This is number one. Like they'll go home and get a card at the drugstore or flower. You know what I mean? And they're idiots. They forget. And like Chrissy said, it's the same time every year. It's like Christmas. It doesn't change. It's not like your birthday or anniversary where you can forget it. You're an idiot. Everybody in the world's got it. You know what I mean? It's the one time in the year. So anyway. So guys are really dumb. Now women nest. They buy stuff early, like Christmas, anything like that. They'll come. If a woman's going to buy a bracelet for her husband or boyfriend, they're in like a month before, 2 months before. They got it all set. It's wrapped. Everything. Guys are the last minute. I have hundreds of guys like lined up out the door. Like a week before, they could have just walked in and got it. You know what I mean? But they're just dumb. Guys are just, I know I'm dumb too. I do the same thing. You just forget. You don't get it together. My wife has everything lined up perfect,
I always like grocery shopping on Valentine's Day because the thing, how many guys are walking out with the florist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where's your florist? At the supermarket. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is nice. The highest quality.
Yeah, maybe you should just have a box on your website at IHateStevenSinger.com. If you're an idiot, check here.
Yes.
And then it automatically does it. Okay, now speaking of idiots, have we got this sorted out? Okay, there we go. We've got Jeff. Give me a test, Jeff.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Mr. Singer. Hi, I'm Jeff Oskey.
The number one rule of radio, you got to be able to hear you.
Yeah, the mic has to be on.
Are geniuses.
I'm a moron. I don't know how to work stuff. They just...
And you're calling from so far away, too.
Yes. Well,
what country are you in?
I'm just at the Failed to Mention News desk in the Failed to Mention newsroom.
I see.
You were talking engagement rings, which, thank you. When my lady heard you were coming on, she put together a cart full of Steven Singer engagement rings that she wanted.
Perfect.
And reminded me that we've been together 10 years and now would be a good time to pull the...
You're together. 10 years you're together?
Yes, we are.
How many years happy?
All 10.
All 10?
Oh, she's the best I've ever been with. That's why I don't want to ruin it with a marriage. Anyway, we give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now here's Jeff Oskey with Failed to Mention News.
A mother found marijuana in their bag of Burger King after pulling away from the drive-thru. Well, you failed to mention, good on you, lady. I can't even get them to put napkins in my sack. A doctor performed his own vasectomy and filmed it. Well, you failed to mention, that's nothing. I gave myself a vasectomy using only a how-to video off YouTube and a soldering iron.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out if it takes next week. A woman busted 5 watermelons using only her thighs in 1 minute. Well, you failed to mention, I guess we know who's bringing the fruit salad this year to the family reunion. A mother made a TikTok saying that 2 of her toddlers accidentally ate some of Grandpa's ashes by mistake. Well, you failed to mention, hey, Mom, a little less TikTok, a little more supervising your children. A woman in love with her ChatGPT boyfriend has programmed the bot to be sweet and in every sentence with an emoji. Well, you failed to mention emojis at the end of every text. I'm not sure what this lady is looking for, but it's definitely not a man. Fishermen were forced to beat off a shark using a broom while trying to haul in a gigantic tuna. Well, you failed to mention, don't let the other sharks find out. They all want some.
True enough.
A town is upset at a proposed new neighborhood that they insist is shaped like a penis. Well, you failed to mention the new penis-shaped neighborhood will house only HOA presidents. And finally, a woman demands $200 a month from her husband as a monthly woman tax for having to deal with having babies and her period each month. Well, you failed to mention, I wonder if he can write these bitch bucks off on his taxes. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Failed to mention
bitch bucks. Jeff
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jeff Oskey. Coming up, we're going to hang out with Steven Singer. We're going to hang out with comedian Dustin Nickerson. We're going to hang out with Joe Theismann, and we're going to hang out with Heywood Banks next. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I remember we weren't prepared to do this. We're completely doing this.
That's why I'm stalling.
G L
O-R-I-A, glory.
That's not Clint Black Sabbath.
No.
Now, how do you introduce Mr. Sabbath?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done this in 15 years.
Okay.
But you just take certain lyrics of some songs and put them with another song.
I see.
Like he's going to play Born to be Wild. Listen and I'll tell you about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, yeah. Barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, yeah. Up from the ground come a bubbling crude. Black gold Texas tea. Sweet tea.
Nothing like sweet tea. Huh?
Try that.
I like drinking sweet tea.
That's nice.
Try the one of the other ones. Whichever one you want to do.
How about
Your cheating heart will make you weak. You'll try and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole day through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah.
All right.
This is James Sibley as Clint Black Sabbath.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction. Sorcerer of death construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind.
Nice.
Poisoning their brainwashed mind. Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord,
all right, that's good enough.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Clint Black Sabbath.
Very.
That's great.
Makes it a lot.
I love that.
The Steppenwolf thing, the Born to be Wild, you should do that if you ever go karaoke.
I got to do that one.
Yeah, do that. You can sing Beverly Hills. And you've heard the Purple Haze Green Acres thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love doing that.
Well, I haven't heard that.
I guess that always makes everybody
the words from
happy.
Green Acres fit great. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spread now so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello, Chick.
Ready for the outdoors?
Yes, I am.
And there's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chickster.
Ready for the outdoors?
Indeed.
And there's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Dressed in black, possibly a cat burglar. I'm not sure. I'm Chick McGee, and Tom, introduce our special guest, will you?
In the studio, we've got a couple guests, as a matter of fact. The guy with the very long white hair, trying to prove to his late mother that she's not the boss of him.
You rebel, you.
Read my mail.
It's Haywood Banks, and he is sitting next to Steven Singer from IHateStevenSinger.com. And we don't dislike Mr. Singer. It says that's the name of his website, you see, because other jewelers, you know what I'm talking
If
about.
anybody's watching on the premium, it looks like Simon and Garfunkel. We look like a mismatch of, like after a bad acid trip or something like that.
Yeah. Looks like Garfunkel really let himself go.
Yeah, well, that hair, it happens.
Wow. Now, well, it's good to see you, Haywood, and it's good to see you, Mr. Singer. Now, before we move on, have we finished our sports broadcast?
Yes, sir, we have.
Okay, and we do have a bet going with Philadelphia Eagles fan, Mr. Singer, and Washington Football Club fan, Mr. Chick McGee.
I have Washington. He has Philadelphia. And in case you missed it, I'm taking points this week. I like Washington plus the 6, Buffalo plus the 2. I think this is the year the Chiefs lose at Arrowhead and Buffalo heads to the Super Bowl against probably Philadelphia, I would think. We'll see.
We'll see. That's why they play the games. Now, we were talking with Steven Singer about Valentine's Day. It's just around the corner. Haywood, I don't know if you've prepared yourself for Valentine's Day. It's on a Friday this year.
From today.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe his intended is in the break room.
I actually buy flowers for my wife regularly, just as a preemptive strike.
What do we know about that, Christy? Men who buy flowers for their wives.
For no reason?
For no reason.
They're having an affair.
Yep.
Yes.
Bingo.
Wow. Yeah, I would say unlikely. Somebody's going to weigh in here on your side.
In Haywood's case.
Yeah.
Really.
Haywood is currently on tour, and he's stopping by because it's my understanding we have a new song. Now, do you have, going into the Haywood Banks repertoire, do you have any songs that are referencing jewelry?
Well, I guess there might be a small reference in my new song, which
in your new song?
Play something before that.
Okay, what do you want to play? How do you want to start?
Well, I just saw went to the movie last week. Saw the new Bob Dylan.
Yeah, good movie.
I hadn't been to the movie in a long time. I've never actually, and they changed all the seats. I've never watched a movie in a hospital bed before. It's really, it's terrific. Looking between my feet and with a place to hang the urine bag underneath.
Yeah, they do recline now.
So, did you like the movie?
Oh, it was tremendous. Just the sheer volume of songs he put out, like all these hit songs, like, oh my gosh, all hooky, great songs. So which reminded me of my Bob Dylan tribute that I wrote for. Everybody on the radio that sings like this needs to cut Bob Dylan a check. I don't care if it's folk or rock or rap or pop or techno. No matter if you're center stage at the arena or just some 3-chord hack. If you're singing like your throat is sore, time to cut Bob Dylan a check. It's $30 for a he, $60 for a and a 73. These prices don't include vocal polyps, setup and mechanical fees. Now, if you want to use the Nashville skyline, hey, that's quite all right, 'cause no one ever picked up on that but Pee Wee Herman and Dudley Do Right. Mr. Springsteen, Mr. Cougar, Mr. Knopfler, Miss Etheridge and Sheryl Crow. How about cracking that checkbook and send old Bob some dough? Now, Jacob, he is old Bob's son, so I guess he can pass. But every now and then when he comes home, would it kill him to cut the grass? And it's $30 for $60 for a baby, and 73. These prices don't include vocal polyps, setup and mechanical fees. Now, if you want to use the Nashville skyline, yeah, that's quite all right, 'cause no one ever picked up on that but Pee Wee Herman and Dudley Do-Right. Everybody on the radio that sings like this needs to cut Bob Dylan a check. I don't care if it's folk or rock or rap or pop or techno. No matter if you're center stage at the arena or park bench busker man. How about cracking that checkbook and pay up to Robert Zimmerman?
All right. Beautiful tribute to Bob Dylan. I particularly enjoy the Nashville skyline reference. That is Dudley Do-Right.
Lady now.
Thank you very much. Haywood Banks is our guest. Also in the studio, we have Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers. We've already done the test of famous singers. I thought we'd do one more, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We're putting them on the spot. Anyone can play because your name is Singer. I'm sure.
I'm also a rock star.
Yes.
There you go. I got both.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
the rocks are diamonds.
Yeah, they have. My wife, when she was young, she always wished she would become a singer, and she married me. She can't sing for a lick. So, it's a cruel joke.
Yeah.
Now,
she also wanted a fur coat that would touch the floor, so I had her legs amputated.
Yeah.
Now you're in Ace's territory.
Wow.
No, I laughed at that.
The famous Elaine Boosler comedian, her joke was her boyfriend tried to convince her that zirconium was her birthstone.
Yeah.
Remember that one? Here we go. Okay, famous singers. I think this is a pretty easy one. Here we go. All right, ready?
I know.
Okay, Christy. Anyone?
I know who it is. Oh. Come on. It's Andy Williams.
Yes.
Very good. Now, do you know what movie that's from?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What's the topic again?
Famous singers.
Oh, famous singers. Okay.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I thought rock and roll was in here somewhere, but
well, no, we did some famous rock and roll.
Creek wider than a kilometer. I'll test it with a thermometer someday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we were talking with Stephen about jewelry and Valentine's Day.
Wasn't that from the Giraffe Neck Girl movie?
Yeah, it was
right?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One of the most gorgeous women ever.
All neck.
Ever.
Oh, 3 feet of neck.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
Well, the more to hickey up.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Now, Stephen,
always swallowing. Oh, sorry.
Is there this is another dumb question, and you're welcome. Is there a seasonality to which type of jewelry people get? In other words, is there a Valentine's Day thing that's number one? As opposed to
I would think hearts, and then Christmas themed would be around.
What do you mean,
Christmas.
rings, bracelets?
Yeah, I mean, you sell more earrings at Christmas time, or what's the?
Well, the only things I could tell you that are seasonal are the obvious and some dumb stuff. The obvious is Christmas and Valentine's Day. We sell the most engagement rings because people want to be cheap and get 2 gifts for 1. But no, people are in love, and it's like New Year's, Christmas, Valentine's.
So you sell the most engagement rings in December?
Valentine's Day is number 1, Christmas and New Year's number 2, like that. And I mean, we sell all year round, but that's when most people get engaged. That's predominantly. There's also a lot of spring engagements, but more spring weddings. But then the other thing is, which is like anklets and things we sell a lot in the summer.
Sure.
Because people want to wear that in the summer, that type of stuff. And other than that, it's just whatever the style or the trend.
So because in the summer you can see their legs.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I guess like last week, probably.
Not big for you.
Yeah, 0 degrees
Well,
in
it
half the
freezes to
country.
your ankle. You don't want to wear it.
I don't care. I'm wearing my new anklets. I don't care. Yes. I don't care.
Now, how do you buy?
Popular with UPS guys though. They like to wear the shorts all the time.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's a big thing, even when it's freezing cold.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Is there a big President's Birthday rush?
Yes, we sell a lot of beers.
A lot of beers.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes.
You have a diamond mattress yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you sell toe rings?
We do, but they're not
not very popular.
No.
Yeah.
How about toe rope?
If you have a store near the beach, like a jewelry store near the beach, they sell a lot of toe rings.
Now, I have this is another dumb question. Forgive me. Obviously, the earrings have the spear in them. What are those called?
The post.
Thank you.
Post.
Yeah, the tiny spear.
Are those the ones that are used, let's say, for example, in the nipple area? Is that a different thing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, most nipple rings do not have a post.
No, they use a hoop.
Yeah.
Or a stud.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Okay. So you can't use them for both?
No.
They're not interchangeable?
No.
She's getting ready for the evening. Honey, why don't you swap? Put those up there. Okay. I'm just asking. These are all fair questions. Coming up, we're going to talk with Joe Theismann. We're going to talk with comedian Dustin Nickerson. We're going to get a new song out of Heywood Banks in a few minutes, and we'll find out what else is going on. Right now, I want to talk a little bit about something called BetterHelp. It's about having a great 2025 by tuning up your mental health a little bit with therapy. If you've been thinking about therapy, here's a great way to do it. BetterHelp is all done online, so it's a lot more convenient. You don't have to drive across town and sit in a therapist's office. You can do it wherever you are, whenever you want to do it. You set up the time and the places wherever you want to be because it's all done online. The way it works is you fill out a questionnaire. You'll be assigned one of some 30,000 credentialed therapists. And by the way, you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved. More than 5 million people worldwide are participating in this program already. So see what I'm talking about. Visit betterhelp.com/BT show today to get 10% off your first month. Find out what your story is with yourself. Once again, it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. And the therapy is done online. Once again, for information, betterhelp.com/BT show. Coming up, we've got Haywood, we've got Joe Theismann, we've got Dustin Nickerson, and Mr. Steven Singer. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
That's why you're single. That's all.
What?
Are we? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. We're back live.
Back with that.
Not your tongue.
He was talking about me because I went like this.
No. I'll tell you what it was. You see, you're not even aware of what you just did. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're live in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Coming up, our interview with Donald Fagan.
You're
from
so
Steely Dan.
stupid. You don't know what you're saying.
No, we're trying to make conversation. Just before the mic's open, Josh goes, "Hey, my toilet seat's on the way."
Yeah, that's right. He's excited about it.
It was something we had discussed.
Did you hear what Tom said? We were trying to make conversation. Tom doesn't
He didn't
have
speak a word
conversations.
during that break. They
Doesn't
kept
say
his
anything.
headphones
They
on.
invented the phrase, he talks at me.
You, yes.
I thought it was live. I mean, Josh, okay, you're on a first date. Let's just say, and there's some nice music in the background. You're at a nice restaurant, and the waiter comes up. You order some sort of cocktail, I assume. What's your beverage of choice?
I might have a tequila and a beer.
Together?
Beer.
Sure,
There you go.
Beer and shot. Why not?
As you can
What
see,
he's thinking is, here, you don't look like an alcoholic. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, no, I think he looks like one. And then
Farthest from the truth, but go ahead.
And then this young lady orders something, and then you say, as a conversation starter, hey, my new toilet seats, I just got a thing from Amazon. It's on the way. And then she goes,
I'm sure that's what he would do.
Waiter, could I get an Uber? I've got to get out of here. I have a thing.
My God, the way your brain operates.
I know, it's amazing,
Fascinating.
isn't it?
So your new toilet seat, something you want to tell us why?
Well, we were talking because I'm tired of my vacuum cleaner, and Christy and I were talking about vacuum, and I'm going to order the one she has.
Yeah, you're replacing your vacuum.
I love my vacuum.
I'm tired
And so to enter the conversation, you said, wow, that's really interesting. Hey, my toilet seat's on the way.
Because the other day I mentioned that I broke
about it.
Josh, I love you, but I think he might be right.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying it's kind of a conversation killer, really.
I knew we only had 4 seconds left in the break.
It's kind of a funny thing.
I thought I would. Yes. You know what? I thought I was bringing up a topic that you would enjoy.
I get Josh. I know what he was trying to do.
Okay, sir, I didn't understand.
I hate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it took just over a year, but about 6 months longer than I had in the pool, but it finally happened.
No, you had the under. I would have taken the under too.
Josh now openly hates Tom.
I had the under myself.
Congratulations.
But that was then they said I couldn't play because I couldn't violate. Yeah, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Now, good luck. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie, baby.
Thank God.
I don't break yet, so I got to get off before I get in trouble. But, Chick, we got you on speaker. The guys here at work are wanting you to do Jodie Foster talking about the electric knife.
What kind of knife did you use, Dr. Lecter? Was it an electric knife, Dr. Lecter? I could hear the lambs, Dr. Lecter.
This is one of your best impressions. I think this rivals your...
Which one?
Your Jimmy Stewart.
Oh.
And now Jimmy Stewart talks to Jodie Foster.
What was her name in that?
Starling.
Agent Starling, do you see a rabbit? I don't, Dr. Stewart.
And this has been...
Can you do her doing Nell?
Dr. Xavier.
I can do that. Chickapay.
Jodie. Get in the car, Jodie. Please get in the car.
It's not Jodie, it's...
Oh, yeah.
No.
See, that's why I couldn't be an actor in a movie. I'd call them by their real names.
Clarice.
Cut!
Oh, Clarice, will you change my diaper?
Oh, God.
I made a boom boom.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less. Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less? It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here in our places. Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Christy Lee. This has been Chick McGee speaking. Here's Tom to introduce our special guest.
Don't you love saying that?
What?
This has been Chick McGee speaking.
This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Yes.
I don't think I'd ever say it seriously. I hope I wouldn't. I hope I wouldn't work for somewhere that would make me do that. This has been Chick McGee speaking on regular radio station. Blah, 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 blah. I'd lose my mind.
In the studio, we have a couple of guests. We're going to be talking with comedian Dustin Nickerson. Hey, Dustin, good to see you, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's an honor. Appreciate this.
And we have the man himself, Steven Singer from IHateStevenSinger.com, the jeweler.
Singer.
Now, Dustin, right off the bat, I got to find out. Are you a married guy, single guy?
I'm married. I'm married with 3 children.
Whoa!
Yeah, 3 old children. I have teenagers and a young one in there. Yeah, it's
3 old children.
Old children.
How young is the youngest?
10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty vague for 8 years or so. The birthdays just keep happening. It's crazy.
You kind of lose interest, don't you?
Yeah. I do hate that I know, like, when they're like, when's your daughter's birthday? I'm like, the youngest? I know that one. The middle, I don't know, but I can tell you when pitchers and catchers report.
Wow. Just a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm a Seattle Mariners fan. I'm very excited. What an exciting season we have ahead of us.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, I just had a birthday. One of my girls.
Yeah, you didn't, but Finn did.
2 days ago, yeah. But I can remember hers easily because it's my quarter birthday.
Okay.
See,
wow.
Quarter? You keep track of quarter?
Well, I'm sure his daughters do.
Yeah, so she's January 22, and then I'm April 22. So it's easy. It's easy. But then the rest of them, I got to really dig deep to remember them.
Yeah.
That is that's a lot of self-centeredness there. I love that. That's in a good way. I mean that it's just like, I can't remember your birthday, but if it's a quarter of mine,
yes,
then I'll remember yours. I love it.
Right, yeah.
That's the same with me. I remember my middle kid because it's near mine. Because at the end of the day, it's about me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where are your comedy club dates, honey?
Yeah, exactly.
It's also important to know your own birthday in case you have to go into the hospital. I just had a little bit of surgery on Monday, and I had to give my birthday about 50 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little bit of I just did 40 this year. Before I hit 40, and we did a birthday party, and this is the last one that I get for a while, I think, because like birthdays are less significant. I've realized as you get older, like when you're young, you get with our kids, we give them every year 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 20s you get like every 5 years. Like 21, cool. Right. 25, you get a full brain. Congrats. 30, 35, 40. Nobody cares till 50, 60, 70. And then I realized at 70, you get it every year again.
Right, yeah.
71, I'm like, oh, you're still alive. That's great.
Yeah, they're fading very quickly. They're fading very quickly. We're speaking with comedian Dustin Nickerson. Among these stops, he will be at the Comedy Works in Denver coming up just around the corner. Also, the Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis and Columbia, Missouri at the Blue Note just around the corner. Now, Steven Singer, birthstones. Is that a big birthday thing? Do people, is that
birthstones? And we have 24 karat gold dip roses in birthstones as well.
Oh,
the
you do?
birthstone colors. Yes, we sell both. It's a very, very big thing.
What's the biggest? What is the biggest item of jewelry people purchase for birthdays typically?
Well, September is sapphire, so that's a big one. April's diamond, that's a big one. But just usually a pendant or earrings is typically. I mean, sometimes it's rings, but usually it's a pendant or earrings.
Now, are guys smart enough to?
No,
tune into,
there's nothing the guys are smart about. Guys are idiots. They're just unbelievable. And when it comes to jewelry, they're really, really dumb. So it's if a woman's smart, she comes in, fills out a wish list, and she has all the things that she likes, or she does it online. You can do it online. It gives them a nice hint as to what to do.
Oh, that is a good idea.
And then the guy can say, oh, good, I want something for this price or that price, or I need a little stocking stuffer, or I want a little Valentine's Day gift. And if the woman's really smart, she'll say, hey, we have a daughter. You got to get your daughter a little something. Get her this and this. And makes the guy look like I'm an idiot. So my wife tunes me
it's
up.
bad if the first line is wish list someone else.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. My wife's list is husband that can afford jewelry.
Now, you're touring around. You're friends with our good friend, comedian Greg Warren.
Greg Warren, he's a regular here. Greg and I met touring with Bergazzi, and he's there. Yeah, Nate's great. Nate's great. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
Yeah. He's doing all right.
He's got a bright future. Keep an eye on that guy. Coming to an arena near you.
Nate first came in here. He was playing one of the small clubs, and I just remember it was fascinating that his father is a magician.
Yes. His father's on tour right now, as a matter of fact.
I love it.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nate recently. I was like, I don't know where they're going to put you anymore. The venues are like, at a certain point, are we just going to put you in a field? like
Woodstock?
A Gettysburg Address. like we don't actually build structures that can hold this amount of people. Yeah. So just go over there and orate for a while. But Greg's a friend, and I'll see him in a couple weeks when I'm in St. Louis there. He's great. Very funny guy, and
we don't really care for him. We just
I love to tell him that he has that wrestling isn't as impressive impressive as he thinks it is. And it is a very impressive sport, but it irritates him, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, good.
I've told him before that even wrestling at the college level is fake.
Yeah.
And he really gets irritated.
And you're not saying it's not athletic.
No.
It's just fake.
Yeah, they have to know what they're doing so they don't get hurt.
I virtually never fail to remind him that he has a cauliflower ear.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, how can you miss it?
Yeah.
It's very
Well, yeah, I can
upsetting.
admit he wears the headphones. I ask him to take them off.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's wearing headphones when he's not wearing them.
Yes. It's hideous.
It is upsetting.
They wear it so proudly.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is Dustin Nickerson your actual real name?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
So were your parents fans of Dustin Hoffman?
So yeah, that is. My mom wanted to name me Sterling, and my dad cared about my future. My dad didn't want to create a boy named Sue type situation, if you get that Johnny Cash reference. But it's he pushed for Dustin. And then my mom left when I was 5. So thank goodness my dad really, put his foot down on the name.
Yeah. No, so this happens to be a fun story.
Yeah.
Well, glad I brought it up.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of an unusual name, but I'd never heard it until, I guess, the movie The Graduate. And
really? Dustin wasn't that widespread before Dustin Hoffman?
It still isn't.
I can't see anybody in Tom's crowd when he was a teenager being named Dustin or Dusty.
I've grown up with Dustins my whole life. I guess that's why.
I think it was one of those things that Dustin Hoffman made famous.
I grew up with one too. So,
but I think Sterling.
I mean, Sterling Hayden is the only.
My niece has a son named Sterling.
That's great.
I think it's a cool name.
When naming children, which I've done many times, I use the Supreme Court justice rule.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? You want a name that's going to sound like it could be, although that's
I see what you
rapidly
mean.
changing.
Yes, it is.
But Sterling Nickerson, that sounds absolutely like a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, that does have a bit of vibrance to it. Listen, I'll change if it'll help sell these late shows. I'll do whatever it takes.
Now, do you mind if I ask the names of your children?
No, not at all. My children's names are Joel, Gloria, and Claire. We wanted names that were unique but not too unique. We're not like the era of parents like my kid's name is Mist. We wanted something fairly in the normal range, but stood out a little bit. Not unlike a Dustin, where you're like, I've seen it. I know how to pronounce it, but at least hopefully there aren't. My wife's a Melissa, and so there are a million Melissas.
Right.
So
Gloria is an interesting
Those are great
choice.
names.
Gloria, thank you, appreciate that. Gloria was more unique when we lived in Seattle, and then we lived 15 minutes from the Mexican border. More Glorias down there. There's a lot more Glorias. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And neck tattoos. Ironically.
Yes.
Let's
say Gloria.
Thank you. Now we have a little test going on here. Anyone is welcome to participate because our guest is named Steven Singer. So we thought we would see if we could get Steven to identify some singers for us.
You did think?
Yeah, because I think that normally when Mr. Singer goes to visit other radio stations, they just kiss ass.
Yeah, there's normally not a test.
Give me
a study for the show.
I don't speak for Steven, but I think he enjoys some of that.
I'm sorry, that's not what's happening right now.
Okay.
This is an easy one. I think you're going to get this. Don't be embarrassed if you don't, but it would be humiliating. Okay. Here we go.
I know. I would say that's one, Mr. Bill Withers.
Yes. Bonus round. Mr. Withers was in what division of the American military?
Space Force.
Exactly correct.
Space Force is incorrect, and that actually made my stomach hurt. I'm laughing so hard. I have my stomach's glued together right now.
He had surgery recently.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. That did hurt. Coast Guard would be the correct answer.
Okay, one more song for Steven. Here we go. We're going to hit you with a little Lorelei. No?
Sure.
And this is at the right speed.
Yeah.
People like this song.
This is what got this band their record contract.
The story is they played it like 10 times in a row on WLS or something. I think Landecker did that.
You're going to like this.
You're going to like this.
I love this band, but not this. This song is not my favorite.
When he stopped singing. That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, this part's cool.
Hey! Now, who wants to guess? Christy, do you know who it is?
I know it is. Is it Dennis DeYoung?
It is Dennis DeYoung. The band is Styx.
Yep.
Very good, very good, very good. Now,
Oh, I know rock stars.
What was the review of one of the Styx albums in Rolling Stone, I believe?
Oh, yeah. They had a live album, and the review was the word...
Because Styx was spelled S-T-Y-X.
as in the river Styx, and the review was S-T-Y-N-X. apparently,
I always forget that Rolling Stone used to talk about music.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Okay, they're very good.
Not just fashion.
All right. How about this one? Ready? Okay, once again, we're testing Mr. Steven Singer because he knows all about jewelry. Well, that's nice. But what do you know about singers? Here we go.
You know that one.
Okay, there you go.
Can I phone a friend?
He just had a birthday. This week,
Can I
wasn't
poll
it?
the audience? What are my choices?
Your hint is you share the first name.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea.
Stephen Perry.
Oh,
Steve
yeah,
Perry
the little
and
rat
Journey.
guy.
Yeah, Journey.
Journey.
He was a little rat guy.
Little ratty looking.
They had an Asian guy that has the same exact voice now in the band. and
Yeah, sounds
replaced
incredible.
him. And
He had a
sounds
rodent
identical
look
like
to
that.
No, he didn't.
He kind of does. If
He
you
looks like a little
watch
rat
any
man.
San Francisco
Yes.
Giants game, who's that giant rat? Oh, that's Steve Perry.
And he's wearing a baseball cap. Look at that. Yeah.
I think he was
thought
kind
he
of.
was cute.
He was kind of like he could be in the mob to me.
Really?
Got nice
Long hair.
Yeah, they would call him Rat Boy.
He's the guy.
hair.
If you see him from behind, he looks like a girl because you see the long hair, and he turns around and go, "Whoa!"
I love that he has owned when he's at those Giants games and he comes. I mean, he's like in the upper decks and he's just singing with the crowd.
And he's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Rat, give me another drink, will you?
Yeah. He's got a couple really good solo records. Here we go. One more here. Once again, we're testing singers here.
Well, this is no good. Immediately, it's awesome.
You picked this one.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yes, I did pick this one. Yeah.
Nobody knows it.
Okay. No one. Anyone?
Hey,
anyone,
of course.
Anyone open? Oh,
We
Ace,
all
you'll
know
know.
it, except, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Nickerson, do you know who that is?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, my apologies.
Hey, I don't know who it is, and I've been.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Are we allowed to get hints? Are there a little hint?
He's white.
He's white.
Yeah.
Great. Space Force. I don't know.
You might misspell his last name as a nut.
He has a famous brother.
He was married to Cher.
Had a famous brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he's
Now I
dead
know
too.
who it
Yeah.
is.
Greg Allman.
Greg Allman.
Yes.
No.
Greg Allman.
What was the name of that song?
I couldn't play.
I was going to say Frank Stallone.
Stormy Monday.
It's not Frank Stallone.
What is it, Ace?
Stormy Monday.
Yeah, I've never heard the song before.
They call it Stormy Monday. It's a classic.
You might like it. Did you like just that little
It's
snippet?
all right. Is that an Allman Brothers tune?
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Greg
Allman Brothers
on his own?
live. Yeah. It's great stuff.
10 minutes long.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Is that a cover?
Yes.
Yeah, I was
yes,
gonna
it is.
say, that's
Okay.
gotta
Yeah.
be
It's an old blues tune.
Yeah, it sounds like an old.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna once again we're testing Mr. Steven Singer. Mr. Steven Singer to see if he knows.
Look at his face. He's so bored and angry.
No,
I
it's
think
great.
it's more for him.
I feel like I'm taking a hearing test. I got to raise my left hand up and my right hand up each time something happens. It's wonderful.
Okay, here we go. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I will admit it.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one.
Okay, you know who it is?
I know
He's
who
from
that is.
Seattle.
That's Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you tell us what year he was knighted?
Strangely, before that song. Actually,
Yeah,
people don't
isn't that
realize
odd?
that now. It was 1984. It was very weird.
Well, he did a lot of social work.
Yeah, people don't know that. He was, yeah, he was really
Man of
known
the
for,
year.
he was known for his charity work in the
Yeah,
Manchester area.
Sir Mix-a-Lot's from Seattle, and
Yeah.
so is Dustin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Also, that was a little closer to my era of music.
Sure, of
yeah,
course
that was
it
a little,
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not.
Now, who is your?
You know that, but you don't know your children's names.
No.
Yes. Okay.
I said my kids' names.
All right, but you don't know
It's their birthdays. He doesn't
All
know.
right, cool it, jewelry boy. All right, honey.
That's Rat Boy.
All right, yeah.
Now, what was your? Now, Seattle, of course, famous for the grunge scene.
Yeah.
You're probably of that era.
Yeah, little on the tail end of it, like so Cobain died in 94, so I was like 10 at the time. But so that kind of next era, like obviously Pearl Jam and Soundgarden were all still big and stuff in the scene, and their legacy has gone on and stuff. But some like the kind of the punk and the rock era, right?
So who's your favorite band, if you have a favorite?
My favorite band of all time? I mean, there's certainly an argument for Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam, as a local, you're a big fan.
Sure. They're good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They've withstood the test of time as well. Also, big fan of the Foo Fighters that came like right after. So
Yeah.
I like, for the record, every song you played, I had some familiarity with. Like it wasn't that outdated that I was like, who, like.
If you want outdated, you're in the right place.
I couldn't tell you the name of the singer, but sure, Styx. I've heard of that.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. We're hanging out with comedian Dustin Nickerson, and by the way, coming around the corner, it's going to be Joe Theismann talking a little bit of football with Chickster. Joe's one of his favorite people, and of course, his team and Chick's team in action against Philadelphia coming up on Sunday.
Is one of Joe's favorite people.
Well, I don't want to say that, but I hope so, or I'll cry.
And also in the studio with us, we have Steven Singer. But right now, I want to talk a little bit about something called Prize Picks.
It's playoff time. That's right. Now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. The app's simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport. Pick more or less on their projection, like passing touchdowns, rushing yards, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. For example, you can build a lineup this week. You can pick Jaden Daniels to throw more than half a passing yard. He just needs 1 yard to hit that. And Saquon Barkley to have more than a half rushing or receiving touchdown. He just needs to score 1 TD. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TOM and get a $50 credit instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code TOM on Prize Picks. Get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. And that was Chick McGee speaking.
Thank you.
Coming up, another surprise from Mr. Singer. We're going to hang out also, as I mentioned, with Joe Theismann. And Heywood Banks has a new song for us. All this is happening along with comedian Dustin Nickerson. We're going to have a quiz for Dustin as well. Oh. Because you think we're going to let him out here that easy? No. No. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Haywood, is there a song that is your most requested song?
I would guess it would have to do with the toast thing.
Toast, which I... How about Fly's Eyes? That's only one of the first ones you ever did on our show.
Fly's Eyes?
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Really?
Kind of.
You going to get through it all the way?
Well, probably not.
Don't jinx them.
Let's start the betting.
$20?
Over under's 3 mistakes.
I know Josh has $700 right now.
Yeah, he's $700.
When do I get that?
You want to bet? You want to bet $700?
No, I'll just take the 700.
Double or nothing.
I'd say 700 he doesn't make it. If there's a problem in the song, you will hear this sound. Okay, go ahead.
That's not the right sound.
That's not the right sound.
The right sound.
No, sorry. If there's a problem in the song, you will hear this sound.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, this is what? Fly's Eyes?
Turn her up.
Okay, good.
Turn her up a little bit.
I am looking at the world through Fly's eyes, looking at the world through Fly's
crowd
eyes,
loves
looking
it.
at the world through Fly's eyes, and you can just buzz off. Well, I think I'll buzz in the front door. I think I'll buzz around the back door screen. Think I'll buzz around your face. And then I'll land on the potato salad. Buzz, 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 buzz. Soulfly. I think I'll land on some horse manure. I think I'll land on the poop du jour. I think I'll land on a squash possum. And then I'll land in your potato salad. Just cleaning my nails. Well, I get up in the morning when the dew is on the dew, and I date a little maggot named Mary Lou. Someday we'll get married and won't think twice, and our kids all look like dancing rice. I'm looking at the world through flies' eyes, looking at the world through flies' eyes, looking at the world through flies. Help me. And you can just buzz. You can just buzz. You can just buzz off.
The genius of Heywood Banks.
That was close.
There we go. Some applause.
Hello and welcome to the wildly successful Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just want to say, first of all, I really love your show. Really enjoy listening to it. I think you do a great job.
Well, kind words indeed. And thank you, caller, for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
No, Mr. Obvious?
Yes?
Here's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I think I got some kind of animal trapped in my house.
Oh, yeah, like a pest problem or something?
Yeah, well, it's even bigger than that. I think it's some kind of critter that's trapped down underneath my sink somewhere.
Oh, my. Now, do you live in a rural section of town?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Live on the outskirts of town here, and well, here's the thing. I think it's caught underneath my sink, and I've opened the doors and my cabinets there and looked underneath, and I can't find it anywhere. But I can hear him down there making noise.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Well, it's kind of a growling, kind of, well, I'll try to imitate it for you. It's kind of like, kind of like that.
This is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you might be caught down there in the pipes.
Now, this is not uncommon for your rurally located homes to have a raccoon or a possum under the house. Now, but you say he might be stuck in the pipes?
Yeah, that's what it seems like because, in fact, I think that's how he's living there. He seems to eat stuff that my wife throws away down the sink after dinner. She'll wash the leftovers down the sink after we get done eating. I think that's what he's eating because I can hear him down there growling and chewing.
Huh. What was the sound again, caller?
Well, it's she'll put the stuff down there in the sink and run the water, and then you can hear him. It's kind of going, kind of like that.
Huh. Now, is there anything else that corresponds with the growling that your wife does there in the kitchen?
Well, it does seem like it usually happens whenever she tries to turn a light on. There's a light switch there. She'll try to turn it on. Thing is, the light don't come on. I think the light bulb must be burnt out or something, but I can't even find a place to change the light bulb on it. Anyway, she'll try to turn that light switch on, and you can hear him down there just seems to make him mad as anything.
This is in the kitchen under the sink, right?
Yeah. Yep. And, I figure he's caught in the pipes.
Right.
So I figured try to get him out of there. Well, I reached down there with my hands when I heard him growling. And I mean, that thing about ripped my fingers off. Bit into me. Boy, it hurt.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal.
So, is that something like a raccoon?
No, caller. It's
No, it's something littler like a mouse.
No, caller, it's a machine that's hooked to your drain pipe there under your sink that chews up food that makes it rinse right down the pipe there. It's an actual machine. It's not an animal at all.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I never made the connection. She does use it to get rid of the garbage.
There you go.
Sounds like a critter. Just,
I know, yeah, it's not a critter. Thanks for calling, though, caller.
Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you. That'll do it for this week's show. Thank you, and good luck from everyone here on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Oh, boy.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah.
The Feinstein room this
Very
evening.
nice.
Very, very classy. Tonight and tomorrow.
Feinstein's in there, too.
Thank you. That's helpful.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. We're all here. Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Doing just great. Thanks very much for joining us.
Room full of guests.
We're here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
You're like a conductor today. Get your baton out.
I know.
You've got a lot of things going on.
Coming up, Joe Theismann, Washington Football Club great, and football club fan Chick McGee. They'll be comparing notes shortly. In the meanwhile, we have comedian Dustin Nickerson right over there, and comedian Heywood Banks sitting right next to him. Heywood is the one with the guitar.
Good morning.
2 generations of comedy, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And we've learned that Dustin is the father of 3.
3 children, yes.
Okay.
I don't know if we still call them children at that age. They don't feel like children. The 17-year-old is just a smelly man roommate that I have. Yeah, I don't care for his company.
I see. Yeah. Good to know. The high school still?
High school, yeah, he's a senior. He's a wonderful kid. I think he's going to be a college athlete. He's fantastic. He's a runner. He's great. But yeah, at a certain point, you're just like, what is this extra man doing here? I don't care for this. I don't want you here. We always were like, we'll pay for 2 years of your school. Maybe you'll do 2. And now I get it now. Like once your kid becomes a senior, you're like, I'm willing to go $120,000 into debt to get you out of my home.
Yeah.
That seems like a good deal, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good price.
Yeah.
But very, very much worth it.
Yeah.
Now, we have Heywood Banks across the way. Now, this is my understanding is you have a brand new song. Is that correct?
Brand new. And
does it need any introduction? Any particular references?
Apparently.
You got noise?
Yeah.
I can hear that. It sounds okay.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies and one-click overnight delivery. 18-wheelers whizzing by, delivering every whim to you and me. Oh, Father, tell what gleams of gold along this ribbon of highway do I see. Take pride, my son, for you behold those amber pints of foamy trucker pee. Trucker pee, oh, trucker pee, the frothy yellow pride of our prosperity. Oh, so you can see from sea to shining sea. ASAPing everyone across each state and continent. Nor rain, nor snow, nor dark of night will stop these couriers' need for swift completion. So they improvise, and by dawn's first light, glow ye golden trucker decorations. Trucker P, oh, trucker P, the frothy yellow pride of our prosperity. Oh, say you can see from shining sea. ASAPing everything you want across each state and continent. Oh, wide mouth bottle, don't you spill it. Please tighten cap before when you refill it. Pea canteen or urine thermos. Leaker beaker makes me nervous. Piddle vessel, bladder, decanter. Tinkle tumbler, doesn't matter. Always check the label, cause it might have a 10-cent deposit. On byways from Barstow to Boston, amber wave from window tossing, yellow as the color caution, rolling down the shoulder sloshing. In wintertime, it's go, 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 can't pause to autograph the snow. They cannot stop to drain the weasel. We put the we in we the people. Jubilation caught on doorbell cam. The answered prayers delivery triumphant. That tube of snail mucus goo and buttock crack deodorizer ointment. Oh, trucker pee, the bulby yellow pride of our prosperity. Oh, say you can see from shining sea. ASAPing everyone across each state and continent. Oh, see the 18-wheeler wobble. First the brake and then the throttle. Have here a dash and there a dawdle. The driver must be having trouble. The kidney pain he drives and groans in his semi-truck alone. When into the bottle clinks what's known as a semi-precious stone. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies and one-click overnight delivery. 18-wheelers whizzing by, delivering every whim to you and me.
A tribute to
Trucker P.
Trucker P.
Yeah.
I think they're going to play that before kickoff tomorrow, right?
Yeah. That'll be sure.
National Anthem, New America the Beautiful. I love it.
That's going to go to number one.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, that's a hit.
Oh.
Sorry,
it's very early.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. I must say that we do have a special guest to the studio. He is new to our show. He's Dustin Nickerson, father of 3, husband of 1. You haven't
Husband of 1, yeah.
Haven't established anything.
Currently, we'll see how the 2025 goes. This is the modern era.
It sure is, yeah.
People are very open-minded these days.
How's that? That's going well though.
The marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. just checking.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Well, maybe we should. How many? 9
Yeah,
divorces?
we
3,
have,
6,
we don't have a
7.
whole lot of.
Yeah,
good
7 in
this
here.
department.
Yeah.
Oh, combined.
Yeah.
Well, keep it going.
No, we're trying.
No,
yeah, sure.
Get it to double digits.
Couple single guy. We got never married Josh.
Yeah.
Never married Ace right there.
That's right.
So got that going.
The wise guys.
I'm on my first marriage, although my wife was married before, so I introduce her as my first wife.
Yeah, I bet she loves that.
She does.
Yeah,
I introduced my wife as my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah. She's not anymore, but no, I like the one marriage thing. I don't like. I've only me and my wife got married real young, so I was 19, she was 20, and people I'm only interested in that.
Robber.
Yeah, 100%. Her, it went down. She's the only person that's ever seen me naked, and that's the whole goal for me. Because I've never looked at my naked body and been let's get more eyes on this. Especially this. No, as far as she knows, this is the peak. This is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
So I'm,
I'm glad it's going well.
Yeah, I made her swear to God she would never leave me.
Now, coming up, Joe Theismann, who's going to be our special guest. We're looking forward to that, certainly, with some big football action this weekend. Also, we're going to visit with our special guest, Steven Singer. And don't forget about the special flowers that Mr. Singer has at IHateStevenSinger.com. Getting ready for Valentine's Day. As he says, fellas, please don't be idiots. Try to get this done right now. We'll hear more about that when we come back. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Thank you very much. We're going to rejoin our friends from the afterlife. The great band Here Come the Mummies are joining us.
There they are.
By the way, you can watch them on on YouTube right now in our studios.
We're here, baby.
Yeah, there we go. That's Mummy Cass is the spokesmummy, along with an aggregation of the dead. And you had one more song for us? I know we got a few more coming, but we can get one in right now if that works for you, Mummy Cass.
Yeah, baby. This song's about credit cards. What's in your wallet? You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Airport has got like magical powers. Airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad and somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. You know, like, can you watch my back and my kid? Name A. Jackson, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask, where's 32 after 31, because they might not let you take the car, Eventually, I went and asked. I was like, "Hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget." And she goes, "Oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car. So you just take that." I should have just taken the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover. And then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about? The Olympics are my favorite 4 years because they give that stat every 4 years about how many condoms they hand out at Olympic Village. This year we gave away 618,000 condoms at Olympic Village, and every time I hear that stat, I'm like, why? Those are our best people. What are we talking? That kid would be perfect. It'd be good on the land and the sea. It'd be like a first human Range Rover. What are we... How about we start handing out condoms at Storage Wars meet and greets? I'm a basketball fan, and they said, if everything works out perfectly in the next 3 years, LeBron James...
That done, 1,000.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee. Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. We have special guests today. It's a big day.
Oh, we got a lot going on today. I'll point out as I go right to left. We have, you mentioned Christy Lee right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have Dustin Nickerson, resident of San Diego, California. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Formerly of Seattle, moved from the rain to the fire. And then we have Steven Singer from IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer is a jeweler, but with the last name Singer, we've been testing him. And the tests are going to continue. With Valentine.
Is Haywood coming back to sing the second verse? Is that my next test? No?
Yeah. I predict a fight in the green room.
No, he was great.
This would be a tough one to call. We have another quiz for you.
All right, I'm ready.
Now, since your name is Singer, the quiz has been, can you name the singers? And I'm going to give you a couple easy ones.
All right.
Okay, here we go. I think you'll get this one right away, I think.
That would be The Doors.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the singer, of course, is...
Morrison.
Yeah.
Jim Morrison, of course. Yes. Okay, very good, very good, very good.
When they do that on Jeopardy, they'll say, who is Einstein or who?
Right.
I want them to, no. First and last name, punk.
Yeah. That was a big deal. They made the rules. It only has to be the one name.
I feel like they are trying to get away with something.
I do, too.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Especially if it's who is Roosevelt. Well, actually, they will, won't they go...
if there's more than one?
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Nerds need to...
All right, now...
Nerds have to nerd.
Yeah.
I think you'll get this one. Once again, we're playing with Steven Singer. Here we go.
I know this. Tom Cruise.
Sliding in his underwear.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yes. Yeah, he played that in his underwear. I remember.
Now, do you remember who sang it? Yeah. One of the greats, certainly. Your hint is...
I'm so bad.
Michigan.
Michigan native.
Silver Bullet.
Bad dancer.
Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
You know what? I could do this without being under pressure. I could give you all these answers.
Okay, now you're going to get this one.
I can't do it. I would lose the $10,000 pyramid immediately.
I remember seeing clips of Risky Business, then finding out it was about a teenager who built a whore house in his own home.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I just thought it was
And a teenager had sex on a subway with a prostitute. What the hell kind of movie is this?
Yeah.
Oh, he was 18. Come on.
I don't know if he was.
I don't know if he was. Yeah.
The larger point is it's a great song. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You're going to get this one, Steven.
Okay.
This is an easy one.
Oh, my. Rock and roll.
Now, this is a duet.
Yeah. Me anymore.
Yes.
Well,
the end of
Of course I know this one.
Sure.
This is Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Right.
Barbara Streisand.
Yay.
Yeah, see, I was just setting you up here because you've got diamonds, you've got flowers, and what is the number one gift for Valentine's Day?
Well, if your name is Sterling, it's sterling silver, I guess. No, it's I don't know. This beautiful, magnificent, phenomenal ombre rose that goes from a lovely blue to green color. It's called peacock teal.
And it's right over there. That's from Steven Singer Jewelers, by the way.
That will last forever with free shipping and a beautiful little custom love note of your own. You put your own love note in. It looks like you really did something. It's in script. It almost looks like you wrote it yourself.
No.
And if you're really dumb, we have like a whole cheat sheet, like 50 of them. You could just pick one.
Nice.
And just fill in the names.
No, we don't like to say that you're an idiot. If you're a guy, but not you, sir. But we've kind of established the fact that men are idiots.
What if
we make it easy? We make them look smarter.
What if the significant, she says, I can't believe you wrote me that unbelievable note. That was so kind.
Mm-hmm.
What made you think of that? I got it out of the catalog. Steven Singer.
So fellas, don't give it away. Steven Singer Jewelers is the place. We're going to talk more about Steven. Now, we've talked with other guest, Dustin Nickerson, about his favorite music. Favorite TV shows?
Oh, let's see. I grew up.
Ice Road Trucker?
Maybe not. I mean, sure. I didn't know if that was slander at me or that show, but it seems like a fine program.
Damn fine show, yeah.
Me and my favorite show of all time is the Larry Sanders Show.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Rewatch it constantly.
Good show.
But there's been I'll represent my era a little bit. We like Brooklyn Nine-Nine's great. The Office is great. There's been some fine programming here and there. The reality is I'm a parent, so we put on 8 minutes of a show we've watched before, and then we fall asleep. So it just gotta have a good hook,
But when you're on the road, you're staying up late. When you're home, you have to go to bed early with the kids?
Yeah, I do stay up late, and then I'll just put on whatever terrible movie is on TNT. Like, I like to watch a bad movie that I still like watching, like Draft Day. Like a movie that I know is terrible, but I'll watch it every time it's on TV.
We all have one of those.
Yeah, Draft Day is my terrible movie that I'm like, keep it going.
Really?
There's something that's comforting about that.
Yeah,
it really is. What it is.
It's that I know I don't have to watch it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's that if I catch some of it, cool, and if I'm on my phone for part of it, also cool. It's watching it is no worse than not watching it.
I started watching Urban Cowboy last night because for that very reason.
I think that website's banned in Indiana. I think you guys passed a law on that one.
You forget how much music is in that movie. Like Bonnie Raitt is in it, and it's like, whoa.
And Mickey Gilly's in it.
Mickey Gilly, Johnny Lee. It's like
looking for love in all the wrong places. Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
It takes place in
Gillies. That's no longer in existence.
A gigantic bar.
World's biggest honky tonk.
Yeah. Like 3 acres or 7 acres.
Now, I want to segue into something we promised we'd get to. I think we have enough time here. Stephen was mentioning that at Steven Singer Jewelers, you can get the gift card.
Right.
And it's going to be pretty fancy. And I'm sure it's got a nice font. Font is a word I didn't know until a few years ago.
This is Tom's favorite thing, fonts.
There is, believe it or not, there's fonts in the news today. Christy, you've got the story?
Skincare brand Kiehl's has created a pubic hair-inspired font.
Is that right?
Because one of its ad campaigns apparently was censored for featuring pubic hair. The public display type is being called a first-of-its-kind font.
It's a pubic display type.
Yeah.
I
believe the font is called Peach Fuzz.
Here's a picture of it. The company says the pubic-inspired font is crafted entirely from actual human pubic hair.
It is?
Created.
Yes, we have it up there. They laid out pubes of different colors and then photographed it and turned it into a font.
Isn't that something?
The ads in question featured clothed models with visible pubic hair emerging from their underwear, which Kiehl said, quote, was a challenge to conventional beauty standards.
I'll say.
Oh, my Lord.
They have a new intimate skincare line for those of you who are interested.
Their new tagline is, "It's no picnic down there."
Well, I thought it was a great idea, so I got in on the IPO, the initial pubic offering. Well, that's good. And I'll be...
Sometimes you see a piece of what modern art is, and then you're like, I'm going to be a Republican.
As for me, by the way, I like my
Fonts?
women. I like my fonts, sans serif, if you will.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah,
but the fact that they use real pubic hair to make it in different colors is pretty funny.
It looks like they spelled words with one of those old woolly willies.
Yes. Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, pretty bush league.
Yeah. I don't think it'll take off.
You don't think so?
No. But pretty funny. Is this is Kiehl's a big skincare?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Really? I don't.
Yeah, you've walked by it a million times at the mall. It's at your mall.
Okay. So did you see the original ads?
I did not, but I could look for them for you if you'd like.
So apparently the models were like...
Little bikini spiders, do they bother you?
Oh, yeah, they're gross.
Really?
Yeah, ladies, don't have bikini spiders.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't the term bikini spiders it doesn't suggest anything positive?
Yeah, it's not like bikini puppies. Like you want to, I'm going to go down there and buy
For those who like that, it's a little invitational.
Are you?
Sure.
Are you of those?
No, maybe. You never know.
I see. Well, right now I want to remind you that Steven Singer is our guest, and I want to remind you about Steven Singer Jewelers. How do you find them? Well, you go to IHateStevenSinger.com, and he mentioned the peacock teal rose. These are real roses dipped in gold. This is the first year for this one. First time in 44 years with this particular color combination. You got to see it by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. While you're there, don't forget about the beautiful At Last bracelet. Do you have yours on today, Kristen?
I do, absolutely.
Oh, that's a gorgeous one.
Yeah, I love it.
And all kinds of stuff. Don't forget real diamonds, earth-born diamonds, ladies and gentlemen, not the fake stuff. And you I have to peruse it at IHateStevenSinger.com. Now, Mr. Singer mentioned that most guys wait till the last minute. You got a couple weeks here. Get this done today. Get that order in before 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Out the door today. And it's, of course, famous for the free shipping and famous for that lifetime guarantee. Also, the upgrade. Maybe you got her some nice earrings last year.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to upgrade. Yeah, you've had a pretty good year. Maybe it's time to get those rocks a little bit bigger on those ears. See what I'm talking about by visiting IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, we're going to visit with Joe Theismann and more. We got some great stuff coming up here. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
This may come as no surprise. This is a song about farming.
Farming, okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I think that farming should all be done by hand. When I see your tractor, I wanna hoe your land. I want to hoe your land. I want to hoe your land. Yeah, you got that combine, which I don't understand. If you were to heathen, you go and hoe your land. Now go and hoe your land. Please go and hoe your land. When I'm hoeing, I feel holy inside. But John Deere tractors are forbidden. I can't ride. I can't ride. I can't ride. My mule sure is something. He don't cost 20 grand. When I feed him carrots, he helps me plow my land. He helps me plow my land. He helps me plow my land. Und wenn wir plowing, we feel happy outside. I used to have another mule, but he died. But he died. He died. You English, Mr. Tractor, you'll surely all be damned. If you were so lazy, you'd go and hoe your land. Now go and hoe your land. Please go and hoe your land. You better hoe your land.
All right. Original song, The Electric Amish.
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah. More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party! Oh, okay, let's settle down. Because now, here's where I tell you how to become a Bob and Tom VIP. First, click on the link at bobandtom.com. Then, you'll figure it out.
Yesterday we were talking about hickeys.
Yeah.
I have a story for you.
Which one of your daughters has one?
You had those hickeys, yeah. Oh, and your daughters. Yeah.
No, nobody has hickeys, but we have death by hickey.
Death by hickey?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
My boyfriend was a vampire.
Were that me, I'm sure the officers would stand over my body and say, I have a feeling this is how he'd wanted to go.
More chalk.
Yes, because I'm so gigantic.
Oh my God.
One stick of chalk would never be enough.
We had to use a whole box of chalk to outline his.
Look at him. He had to take his headphones off, lean back, and he's screaming with laughter.
He's just an awful person. I wish I were an actual Sportsasaurus. I'd rip your body, your limbs.
More chalk.
Lucky number 6.
Man, if that weren't funny, I'd be so mad.
You know what, Josh? I ate all day yesterday, and I really feel good about it, so screw him. You know what? It doesn't matter.
I was just trying to lighten the sad picture we all had of Josh lying there dead.
Oh.
Maybe lighten the mood.
You know, I think that's even more insulting. He's taken an insult to you and tried to spin it into a positive.
Oh, yeah, that's what's insulting.
Good God. Now. Good luck. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie, baby.
Thank God.
I don't break yet, so I got to get off before I get in trouble. But, Chick, we got you on speaker. The guys here at work are wanting you to do Jodie Foster talking about the electric knife.
What kind of knife did you use, Dr. Lecter? Was it an electric knife, Dr. Lecter? I could hear the lambs, Dr. Lecter.
This is one of your best impressions. I think this rivals your...
Which one?
Your Jimmy Stewart.
Oh.
And now Jimmy Stewart talks to Jodie Foster.
What agent? What was her name in that?
Starling.
Agent Starling. Do you see a rabbit? I don't, Dr. Stewart.
And this has been.
Can you do? Can you do her doing Nell?
Dr. Xavier.
I can do that. Chickapay.
Jodie. Get in the car, Jodie. Please get in the car.
It's not Jodie. It's...
Oh, yeah.
No.
See, that's why I couldn't be an actor in a movie. I'd call them by their real names.
Clarice.
Cut!
Oh, Clarice, will you change my diaper?
Oh, God.
Made a boom boom. August, maybe July, you texted me and you said, all it said was, you're going to be very happy. That's all it said. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I hear this from everybody. You know, Jaden Daniels poised, and he's not a rookie. Well, he's certainly not a rookie now, all the games he's played. But what was is it, I guess, I don't know if this is a bad question or not. What is the most important quality to be a quarterback in the National Football League that he's got it evidently?
That is a great question, Chick. I think that I think composure is very important.
Yeah.
You know, how do you operate under fire? Mm-hmm. How do you operate when everything around you looks like it's collapsing? And he does that so well. I mean, if you were to ask your callers, say, list the 10 things that you would look for in a professional quarterback that you think would make them that person outstanding. He fits every one of them.
Yeah.
He throws the deep ball well, handles pressure well, has great athleticism, makes good decisions. I call it football intellect. He knows when to get down and take care of himself. He knows when he has to go for something. Yeah. I mean, they trust him on fourth downs as much as anybody, and that to me is incredible. And Cliff Kingsbury, who's the offensive coordinator, I think does a great job of getting him into the flow of games, which is going to be important now because this is the third time they're going to play the Eagles. This has very little to do with concepts and schemes. This has everything to do with the players on the field making plays.
And the one thing I noticed early on was, and people say this a lot too, and it's hard to find, but the locker room for Washington, it really does seem like they are a team. And I don't know how Dan Quinn did that, or it comes in a bottle, or they ship it in boxes. But I mean, they've got it. They're in the locker room. They really do.
Yeah. If you look at some teams, it looks like the box that was shipped went to the wrong address.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
But in this case, I really feel like it was a great blend. Adam Peters, who's the general manager, and Dan put together a very interesting group. You know, you have veterans like Bobby Wagner. You've got guys that have been there like Terry McLaurin that's never experienced anything like this. And then you have players like De'Ami Brown stepping up that you hadn't. And then you bring in Ertz. And then, Marshawn Lattimore, is now starting to play on the other side in the corner position. So the team got stronger as the year went on, had a great foundation. And interestingly enough, I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but this football team, when the season kicked off, there were about 60% of those guys that had never put a Commander's uniform on.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much newness, new coaching staff, new system, new assistant coaching staff, a lot of new players. And they just continued to grow and grow and grow. And I think the game that I look back at in this season was the Chicago Bear game with the Hail Mary. It really gave this football team a sense that we're never out of it. And that's really the way they've played. Other than the Detroit game this past week, every other game, I think the last 6 have been nail biters.
Yeah,
and they've come out on top on all of them.
Yep.
And fourth down now has just become an extension of third. I mean, they were like, 23 of 26 on fourth downs, some unheard of percentage.
I have to tell you, when they kicked the field goal against Detroit, or tried, and Zane missed it, but when I was kind of disappointed that they didn't try to go for it on fourth down. I was like, oh, come on, fellas,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking about jewelry all morning, Joe, so I want to sort of segue into something. Do you have, your Super Bowl ring, do you wear it all the time, or is it for special occasions? What's the...
Special occasions. It's special. I wear it when I do my appearances. I wear, doing autograph sessions, when I do motivational speeches. I don't wear it out in public a lot. It's, to be honest with you, I keep banging the ring against the window of the car or something else. I mean, ours, and I'll tell you something, ours are much, much smaller than the ones today. I mean, the New England Patriots, their 6th world championship ring, I mean, it's bigger than most watches, even the huge watches today. I mean, somebody asked me once, when a number of years ago, before they got really, really big, they said, geez, doesn't that bother you? I mean, how does it feel wearing that ring? I said, as soon as it cleared the knuckle, it felt very, very comfortable. But it's not cumbersome at all, and it's something you get to wear. And I ask people to do this, like when I've talked to a lot of different people. Tell me what the winning share of the Super Bowl is. If you win the Super Bowl, what's your winning share? Because everybody in this world is driven by money. So what's the winning share of the Super Bowl? I promise you, without anybody looking it up, couldn't tell you. because it's not about the money. It's about the ring. It's about the symbol that it represents, that the opportunity now to say that, hey, look, I'm part of a world champion. And that's what the ring represents.
And I don't know if you've noticed this or not, everybody here in the studio looking on it. There's the Lombardi trophy right behind Joe. There it is. Yeah.
Did that for you this morning, Chick.
I appreciate it.
I know you
That's the best.
Now, obviously, Joe, I assume that you don't have to wear like a lucky ring or jersey or something when you watch the game like Chick McGee. Do you want to explain what you did last week?
I have a couple of jerseys that I switch, and if this jersey ain't working, I switch over to another jersey, and then I lay down on the floor or I stand up, or I'm a mess, Joe, but you know that.
Joe, did you have any particular rituals pre-game? Did you, one sock before the other, anything weird?
You mean when I played?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah. My ritual started Saturday night with a banana split.
Oh.
I had to have a banana split Saturday night, and if the hotels didn't have it, I would go to the kitchen and make my own. I'm incredibly superstitious that way. I used to undress, take my clothes off the same way, hang them on the same lockers. I used to dress the same way. I started with start with the jock strap, obviously. Okay, so
all right,
put that on, and then I tuck my socks in there. Okay.
Thank you, Christy.
Christy would hear that.
Thank you for sharing.
Tucking his socks in the jock. We got that. Okay.
And then what I do is put my T-shirt on. Then I would lay a towel down on the floor, put a chair there, and I'd prop my feet up on the chair, sort of kick back a little bit. I'd have my game plan on one side, and I used to look at People magazine cover to cover, just sort of unwind a little bit mentally, and then I'd start to get dressed, and then I'd put the socks on, and then I'd put my pads into my pants. Put the left knee in first, right knee, left thigh, right thigh. Then I'd wear 2 thigh pads, or I should say knee pads. I tape them around my hips because I didn't wear hip pads. I sort of makeshift kind. Then I'd get dressed. I put my shoulder pads on, put my jersey on, tuck everything, put my shoes on. And then I would palm my helmet because my helmet wasn't that big. Contrary to what people believe, my head's not that big.
Now, was anyone allowed to speak to you during any of this period of time? Were other players?
That's another great question. No, nobody really ever came up. Everybody sort of lets people get into their own world. They sort of let them do their thing.
Yeah.
However you're preparing, they let you go prepare that way. And not a lot of conversation. I was always the last one dressed, last one to leave the locker room. But I used to palm my helmet. And what I would do is, how gunfighters do that, they spin their guns.
Right.
I used to flip my helmet around one time and then pop it on my head. And then as I left the locker room, there was the Redskin logo right above the doorway. And I would hit that logo for good luck. For the 12 years I was, part of the Washington Redskins, except for the night I broke my leg. I never said a word. I just hit the logo. The night I broke my leg, I hit that logo, and I said this. I said, tonight your life's going to change, Joe. Because we were in a lousy, we were playing, we were 4-5. I wasn't playing well. We weren't. I figured tonight was going to be the night my life would change. And little did I figure I was into prophecy, because it sure as heck did.
Wow. Now, we're speaking with football great Joe Theismann. By the way, Joe does some great public speaking. What's the best way to track you down, Joe?
They can. There's different speakers bureaus that I'm available to, or it's joetheismann.com is the website.
All right. Well, interesting to know about the pregame rituals. Now, as a grown-ass man, as they say, when you watch a game, unlike Chick, I'm assuming you don't have a lucky jersey you put on or any particular ritual now?
Lucky underwear. I have lucky underwear.
Okay, that's good to know.
No, I don't. My wife and I will sit and watch the game, and I'll sit in a chair, and I'm up and down. I'm there. Yeah. I just can't just lie there and watch the game.
Right.
I'm up and down. I'm into the kitchen to get something to eat. Then I sit down. Then I'm into the kitchen and get something to drink. Then on the commercial break, I walk around the chair 2 or 3 times.
My question is probably the same one you have. Yeah. Go ahead, Christy.
Are you an armchair quarterback? Are you yelling at the team? Are you telling them what to do?
Oh, yeah. I'm yelling at the rep. I'm yelling at the team.
Do you yell at the announcers? Because I do that.
That's weird, Joe, because I used to yell at you. Get the ball down the field, Joe. What are you doing?
Joe, do you accept questions from your wife, or does she know to shut up?
No, Robin is a football aficionado. She's into the game as much as I am, and she's as excited as I was. We went to obviously Atlanta for the national championship together, and we have 2 couches in the TV room, and she's on one, I'm on the other. I'm up and down on a couch, I'm up and down in a chair. Like I said, just walking around in circles, just nervous as can be. I have to tell you, I really get a fan's appreciation now of how they get worked up for games. It's so much easier to play in an NFC championship game and a Super Bowl than it is to watch one as a fan.
Yeah, I've always said that.
You have no control. No. Absolutely no control of the situation whatsoever. And it drives you crazy. And, you see a call being made and it's like, you got to be kidding me. And, then I want to pick up the phone and call the commissioner and say, we need to put a rule in so that we can review every play.
Oh, yeah.
To challenge every
play. That's right,
and
yeah.
I think they're going to change some of the rules coming up next year with the competition committee as far as, we've missed a lot of face masks this year. The 2 calls against Houston, neither of them were penalties.
No.
As the penalty is described in the rules. So they'll do something. And, I'm excited for us going into Philly, like I say, for the 3rd time. And, people say, well, Jalen he may not be able to. It doesn't matter what the Philadelphia Eagles do. It only matters what the Washington Commanders are going to do. Yep. That's really where, as a player, that's where you focus your attention. What can we do? Not what they do, but we do.
Right. Well, real quick, Joe, do you have Kansas City and Buffalo? I feel like Kansas City might get upset on Sunday.
I do too. I think if the Buffalo Bills, any of the teams that have been very good over the recent years since Josh Allen's been there, I think this team has the ability to be able to spread the ball around. Josh continues to make good decisions, and he has. Yep. And that's going to be a key in this game. But boy, Patrick and Travis and that whole group, and Spags defensively has just come up with ways to put pressure on people.
That's true.
I think this game belongs to the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills. If they can block Chris Jones and that defense and the multiple blitzes that Spags is going to bring, then they've got a chance to be able to beat the Chiefs. Because I think they'll put pressure on Patrick, but he's the best in football.
Yep.
I think Jaden's right there, the top 2 or 3 in the league as well.
Yes,
playing this year.
Well, it's always a great pleasure. We have to let Joe go. Joe is, of course, the author of How to Be a Champion Every Day. 6 timeless keys to success. It's a tremendous pleasure every time we get to talk to you, Joe. And I know we always ask the dumbest questions, except for Chick. But I'm very pleased to know about this pregame ritual. It's very exciting. Yeah. We'll look forward to talking to you again soon. Now, I will just do quick yes or no. Are you going to go to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay. That's all we need to know. Well, if you do, we're going to talk to you before you go.
You got it.
If he still lets us.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank
Joe.
you so much, sir.
Have a good weekend.
He is Joe Theismann. It's so much fun talking to him. Can you imagine sitting there? He's reading People magazine. He's got his feet up in the locker room.
With just his jockstrap? Yeah, I can imagine.
And you heard the line about you heard the line about he puts the jockstrap and then he puts his socks in it. You heard that? Okay, good.
We heard the left knee, the right knee part as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now,
I didn't have the heart to tell him that I used to have Mark Rippon's jockstrap. I haven't ever told him that. I need to tell him that at some point.
Well, he's going to wonder how you got it. And
well, there was a guy on the team I knew at the time, and
he managed to pick it up off the floor.
Okay. I don't.
Do you still have it?
It's somewhere. Yeah, I would have never thrown it away, so it's in a box somewhere, I'm sure.
Is it marked?
Well, no.
I think if you have a jockstrap lying around.
It's the only jockstrap I have in a box.
Yeah, you don't need to label that.
You don't have like 10 of them to choose from.
No, but I mean, does it say this is Mark Rippon's or?
No, I mean,
if
I find a jockstrap, it's going to be Mark Rippon's jockstrap.
But I
you
mean,
have a jockstrap at your house right now.
Like a mom would write M. Rippon on the
on the tag.
Right. There's no indication that
there's no indication it's Mark's. No.
Okay.
Do guys still wear them?
That's a very good question. I know a lot don't.
I want to say 90% of the NFL do not wear cups.
Really?
They just don't.
You know, I actually had a decent question for Joe. I forgot to ask him. The thing going on right now where a lot of the quarterbacks and other players are essentially wearing shorts.
Pretty much.
And no pads.
No pads. Yep.
I'd be very curious. If we talk to him before the Super Bowl,
okay,
we'll find out. We're going to hang out with Steven Singer, from Steven Singer Jewelers. He happens to be gracing us with his presence. We've been quizzing him all morning long. And I think it's time for one more quick one because his name is Singer. Does he know a lot about singers? Here's a tough one.
This diamond ring. Oh. Hi. Oh, I was too early.
Really got me now. You got me so I can't.
Girl, I did it again.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Here, girl. I'm going. Got me, girl.
Now, this is kind of a curveball.
Now, should you say who is that and who did the original?
It's a cover.
Yeah.
A great cover, by the way.
It is a great cover.
Is this David Lee covering?
It is. David Lee Roth. Oh, bravo. Covering the Kinks.
Yeah.
You really got me.
He implied that he knows David Lee Roth.
Oh, you know David Lee?
He said David Lee.
Yeah.
He's been in the studios with us. He's a really interesting, fun guy.
No.
And, wow. If you ever saw Van Halen, they were great in both
iterations.
Yes,
great.
and I saw them both live.
Yeah.
They were both fantastic. But that was David Lee. You really got me. And yeah, a really revolutionary cover of a great song. Now, I look over that way and I see Chick McGee. He'll be watching that game in his home, and he'll be safe. Why?
Because I'll have my Simply Safe do-it-yourself home security system locked and loaded. I'm not being bothered. That's where I can look at the camera and go, oh, who's ringing my doorbell at this time of day? They know better. And we have Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Show. And you can have it too. Plus, get their New Year's discount. Take advantage of 50% off your new Simply Safe system when you order today at simplysafetom.com. Traditional security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in, and that is too late. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection that can help prevent break-ins before they happen. If someone's lurking around, Simply Safe agents can, in real time, activate spotlights, contact the police, all before they have a chance to get into your home. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees, and Simply Safe monitoring plans start at around $1 a day. 60-day satisfaction guaranteed or your money back, and Simply Safe named the best home security system by U.S. News and World Report 5 years in a row. Start the year with greater peace of mind. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. That was Chick McGee speaking. Find out what I mean when I say wrapped up in love with the diamond necklace. This is something handy for Valentine's Day. Details at IHateStevenSinger.com. We're coming right back. We've got another little treat for you, so don't go anywhere. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the...
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show USA. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Larry King.
Wow. Larry. Nice to see you.
Let me sit down here. Ouch, my back.
Wow. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. Hey, you know you're giving off a weird vibe when the Walmart greeter tells you to pound sand up your butt. Hey, what's with Cher and the Sunny thing all of a sudden? Would somebody tell me anything? Anybody else now think the C word was invented because of her? Cher, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And how about that Carol Channing thing, huh?
Yeah.
I guess she was singing Hello Dildo.
Hello, dildo.
Yeah, man.
Hello, dildo.
Yes, it's just
Only
good
got
stuff.
married. Only got it twice in a row.
Twice in
41
years of
marriage.
Wow, she needs Viagra. And I said it before, but never address an Indian in war paint as Chief Big Pussy.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And finally, I gotta say, kids, it's been a stone gas being here, by the way. I gotta say, this body piercing craze is getting out of control. studs through the tongue, rings through the nose, eyebrows, the nipples, the belly button, and now a series of interlocking rings and hoops through my schwanz. Oh, did I say my schwanz? Oh, somebody stop me. You know how embarrassing it is to go through the metal detector?
I'm sure.
Larry King, you've got a solid nickel's worth, kids. I'm out. Peace out.
Peace out, Larry.
I got to catch a plane.
Thanks very much, Larry.
Hi, thanks very much for joining us. With us in the studio, comedian Dean Edwards, and Dean is a veteran of Saturday Night Live. I know that you mentioned you did a great Chris Rock, Dead On Chris Rock.
Yeah, I did a little bit of Chris Rock.
Have you worked with Chris?
Yeah, well, Chris and I, being both SNL alum, it's funny because I used to see Chris in the clubs all the time. But once I got cast on SNL, then Chris is very sort of reserved into himself and cool with his friends, and he's very, very polite, but if he doesn't know you, he's looking at you like, I don't know you, So once I got on the show, every time I saw him, he was very sort of big brother, very strong with his advice. I remember one time Tracy Morgan and I are sitting in this comedy club in New York, the Comedy Cellar, and we had just had Jack Black was a guest host, and Chris walks in. He's like, you know what? I never watched that show. The one time I watched them, they still don't use black people. I was like, actually, Chris, I was in 4 sketches this past week. He's like, you wasn't in them. You're just in the background. Don't ever be happy they throw you a bone. You got talent. Only the dude without talent is happy they throw him a bone, which I appreciate. And then he sat there for a good 35 minutes lecturing me on gotta keep writing hard. Just every week, write 2 sketches and an update. 2 sketches. Meanwhile, Tracy Morgan is sitting there, Chris, you ain't never gave me that advice. When I started on the show, you never gave me advice like that. I'd appreciated some of that advice. That's how Tracy is, though.
That's how he is.
This is Bob Cavoyan for Channel 13 in a special Olympic moment. We are going to recreate the very first time the torch was ever run in history.
Cut! The monkey's got no gloves on. Where are the monkey gloves?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have the gloves on. Sorry.
Now we're going to recreate the very first time the torch was run in history.
Cue the monkey. I'm not a monkey. I'm a gorilla. There's a difference. Cut.
I didn't say it. I didn't know what you wanted. I know what you want. I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
I can't go in the woods.
Why?
I have sensitive skin. I can't. I just can't do it.
Sensitive skin. You're wearing a gorilla suit. I was just in the woods. Anybody can go in the woods.
Have you ever been bitten by a mosquito? Possibly a carpenter ant?
You don't want the gig? If you don't want to do this,
I didn't say I didn't want the gig.
Tony Siragusa from the Colts. Tony Siragusa said, I can do this.
Siragusa cannot.
He wanted the role of the gorilla.
He cannot touch my gorilla.
Yeah, well, he didn't even need the suit, okay?
The steroid era is about to start entering the Hall of Fame.
I think so. It might happen. Let me grab that.
Okay.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, gang, it's Babe Ruth.
Hey, the Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, here in the Hall of Fame, right?
Sure is.
Yeah, sure, Dad. We don't get the best reception up here in heaven, so let me get this right, Dad. I heard we got a pudgy old bag named Raines headed to Cooperstown.
Three, well, never mind. Why bother? Yes, you're correct.
They've lowered their standards. I knew it was bad when Cobb didn't go to bed for the last 2 days and still washed his sheets.
Hi-oh.
Dad, back in my day, if you didn't hit at least 600 home runs and bang twice as many dames, you didn't stand a chance. And how? Now they got these steroids we hear about. Hell, all we had was yellow fever, polio, and warts. And that's just what they put in the hot dogs, Dad. Hey, listen, the train's leaving. We got Giga Water and a box of Stogies. I'll see you in Cooperstown.
Oh, he's performing.
That was implied.
We have Dusty Slay at Clues Hall on Saturday.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong.
Going on.
Holy heck.
As they say, a lot going on right now. $1,000 going on. Details coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see. Christy's here and Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick, and we've got two special guests, Tom. We're humming right along this morning with our guests.
We do. We're going to get one more song out of Heywood Banks, but before we do, ladies and gentlemen, what you thought we forgot, we didn't, because it's a special event. I think, Stephen, you're going to enjoy this very much. Sure, you know a lot about jewelry and diamonds. We know. At IHateStevenSinger.com. But what do you know about jokes? Well, that's what Ace is here for.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
You can tell this to your employees. Hey, Chick.
Yes, Ace.
What's brown and sounds like a bell?
What's brown and sounds like a bell? I don't know, Ace. What?
Dung.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Brought to you by Sleep Number. Sleep better together. Save now on a Sleep Number smart bed.
That's a half visual joke, half audio joke.
Yes.
Only at a Sleep Number store.
Great for radio.
Oh, and just for Stephen, this seems like we should have the peacock screaming. That's the peacock rose.
What an odd noise.
Isn't that odd?
Yes.
That's a living thing doing that.
The peacock teal rose is what's happening at IHateStevenSinger.com.
That's the sound your wife will make when you give her this rose.
Feet in the air.
I'll play along.
Don't they have a vase?
Joke. That's a stand.
That's a classic.
The classics. Truly the classics. We have been playing a game with Steven Singer because Mr. Singer's last name is Singer. So we've been quizzing him on famous singers. I think you've gotten most of them right.
He's been very good.
About 80-90%.
And Stephen, as you can see, we've been playing these digitally through some of these things here.
Oh, no.
This next record.
Oh no!
We don't. As you can see, as you can see, we don't have this one. This is.
We could be great if we could have it live.
Well, this one
would be exciting.
This one's actually on vinyl.
Oh, this will be exciting, Stephen.
So let me just see if I can get this to work. I got the turntable here. Let me set it up. Once again, here we go. It's just
here it is.
Kind of scratchy. Wait a minute. Seems to be skipping here. It's so embarrassing.
With you.
Apparently, it's skipping. I'm sorry.
I know, it's a shame that Skip is a great song. That's Mr. Tom Jones.
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Well, try it again.
Okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
I love this part.
It's still skipping. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Now Haywood has his guitar. Could we before we leave? I should mention that I had some surgery on Monday to repair a hernia. And it's still a little bit tender. I still can't drive. I had to Uber in again. And you said you have a song that is a tribute to my injury.
It's for you. The plug in.
Plug in the guitar.
Okay.
I love those funny video shows. I just can't get enough. The cavalcade of concussions. Boy, that's funny stuff. They're tripping in Poughkeepsie. They're slipping in Des Moines. But the ones that win $10,000 are all trauma to the groin.
Oh, yeah.
A trauma to the groin, boys. Trauma to the groin. Nothing's quite as funny as a trauma to the groin. There is no wit more pretty. There is no joke divine. No limerick delicious as a trauma to the groin. Now Jacob was a small boy in a t-ball league, and his father stood behind him, coaching to succeed. The boy, he swung with all his might. You should have seen Dad's face when the bat connected between first and second base. Oh, a trauma to the groin, boys. Trauma to the groin. Nothing's quite as funny as a trauma to the groin. There is no wit more pretty. There is no joke divine. Nor limerick delicious as a trauma to the groin. We wanted to collect the check from those video fools, so we taught our 3-year-old the running headbutt to the jewels. Too bad we left the lens cap on the camera by mistake, 'cause Grandpa weren't too happy about the second take. Oh, a trauma to the groin, boys, trauma to the groin. Nothing's quite as funny as a trauma to the groin. There is no wit more pretty, there is no joke divine, no limerick delicious as a trauma to the groin. One day while in the garden, I stepped upon a rake. The blow intense and accurate, an impression it did make. My children caught it all on tape, thought it was the funniest thing, and I choked a curse out through my tears as they began to sing. Oh, a trauma to the groin, boys, trauma to the groin. Nothing's quite as funny as a trauma to the groin. There is no wit more pretty, there is no joke divine, no limerick delicious as a trauma to the groin. Last verse, I promise. Well, I won the money, but I failed to see the joke. Hey, each to his own, I guess. And most of the dough, well, don't you know, paid the bill to the EMS. So let us see a show of hands, and let it be resolved that a trauma's much more funny if your own groin's not involved. A trauma to the groin, boys. Trauma to the groin. Nothing's quite as funny as a trauma to the groin. There is no wit more pretty, there is no joke divine, no limerick delicious as a trauma to the groin.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Haywood Banks. Okay, I think I fixed the turntable over here.
Oh, good.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry. It's still skipping. I feel terrible. Time now for one last quiz. We have a minute's worth of Today in History. Everybody ready? This is interesting.
January 24.
In 1922, on this date, the Eskimo pie was released for the first time. They have since changed the name.
I've heard it's mighty cold.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Now, this is interesting. In 1935, the first canned beer was sold in America on this date.
What
year?
35, 1935.
That was the Church Key beers,
Was
right?
it Falstaff?
No, it was Kruger's Cream Ale.
Oh.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Kruger.
And people preferred it because it fit better in the cup holder in your car.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. Happy birthday going out today to Ernest Borgnine. One last trivia question for Stephen. What was the name of the PT boat in the show McHale's Navy?
Nobody knows this. But
PT 79 or something.
Oh,
like that.
so close.
73.
PT 73. And PT 109 was John F. Kennedy's
Allegedly.
boat. It's all real. Thank you, Stephen Singer. Mr. Singer, please check out. Be ready for Valentine's Day. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
It's IHateStephenSinger.com. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.